up to. Never really said his name at all. 2-7. It's fine. They're up 7-5 after losing pistol. He hasn't had to do that much, but still, it's always fun when he's hitting all the shots.
I just feel like he's not dying. Last time we checked in, it was 1-6.
Yeah.
Like, he's been holding on to that AWP for what feels like forever. He's got 12k in the bank.
He does.
But so does pretty much everyone else. I mean, my goodness, Jax is the only one spending money at this point.
One flashback. Take down 𝓵𝓸 here, as I mentioned. He needs to step up. 𝓵𝓸 needs to go for an aggressive.
I mean, it's spawn-based, of course, but I can't help but feel that he's not going to find anything if he goes for a monster peak.
It depends, you know, like connector, I would say, is the most viable one here. You could peek towards the middle area as well, with boost behind the party position, but it looks like the AWP is actually positioned to go towards B. He could boost. They like the boost towards the B side of the map. The most common peek would be the monster one, but we'll see what he's up to.
Let's have a look. Going to try and support. Kenny, in the meantime, is going towards that party position. 𝓵𝓸 towards underpass.
Well, they're rushing short with the AWP.
It's going to be a quick kill if he's not ready for it. Quick onto the trigger. Shock's gone.
Yeah, that's
just
a
as he
shot.
arrives. And actually, you know what? With the nade and the flick, they get a second. That is gorgeous Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that was really quite poetic almost.
Wow.
It really flowed so nicely.
It's like a Counter-Strike haiku.
Yeah, that was really nice to watch. But 𝓤𝓕 is still alive and well. And 𝓵𝓸's making his way back towards B. Remember, they have two players on pistols, so they didn't even force into this round with 3 weapons saved. We said 𝓵𝓸 had to step up, and what has he done? He's managed to push short, take down 𝓲𝓻. He's been probing that position every single round. He's used that information to get that first kill. A nade from his teammate to open the squeaky door. That 0.2 kill comes in. They've given 1 up in the interim, but still, a chance to win this, especially if 𝓵𝓸 can hit more of those shots. They're heading towards B, and it's just 𝓵𝓸, unfortunately, waiting there. Unless he gets a 1-dig, there's very little chance they can win this one.
The time has gone for his smoke to be relevant as well. It's not going to, I mean, what's it going to do? Provide him some additional cover to use, especially when the Molotov arrives, playing it close, needs to land 2, and doesn't. Just the 1 into the belly of 𝓵𝓸.
Yeah, if he gets 1 there, there's a chance it will slow them down, but the fact the bomb's down now, they might as well. To see the save here, but they're definitely going to have a little probe.
Let Forrester see what he can do, right?
Yeah, with the 5-7. Absolutely. Just don't want to make sure that AWP goes any further than where it is right now. Just lock them in the side short, but don't give it up.
Forrester, would you mind picking that up for me, mate? I dropped something. Oh, okay. Caught out, fragged out. That's a big one for G2. 8-5 the score. This has been quite the turnaround.
Yeah, they were to buy into this one, but that's going to be all their money now invested into round 14. It's not a huge deal, but if they want to bring out the AWP again, 1 player will be without everything he needs. We'll have a look as to whether it comes through. 𝓵𝓸 will go without a helmet. Not required at this stage of the game. You know they're going to have AKs or AWPs, so helmet not going to protect you too much anyway. It's a 1-tap headshot, whatever happens. But here we go, round 14. The current scoreline is 8-5 in favour of the French on the T side here at Overpass. This is the winners game, 1-0. G2 one of the favorites to make it through to the next stage of the tournament for sure.
Yeah, I just saw the pick'em stats. 98% of you put them going through.
Yeah, really.
98%
I did as well.
of you, I did, yeah. Lots of belief in G2. This new project, I think they really have looked revitalized ever since 𝓵𝓸
I think they just
arrived.
had to be humbled, like Vitality were almost. They got to the point where they were losing so much, they had to just go back to the basics, you know. They had to really start again with no pressure. No one's expecting much at all, but slowly but surely they started to come back to life, as 𝓤𝓕 shows us what he's made of.
And then you bring in the talent of 𝓵𝓸, who has been slowly getting onto your screens more and more, you know. I remember his trip to North America. Him and 𝓵𝓸 now
Shawnee G
back in the French scene and doing fantastic things. king_key does catch lucky as the bomb goes down towards B. The CT's very spread out and being caught out. Shox takes the head off 𝓵𝓸.
Well, that's a clinical round.
Just like that. Walk into B, and the rest is history. Just king_key and 𝓵𝓸. Actually, king_key's got a perfect spot to catch himself a Shoxy. Very, very irrelevant frag, though, if in the grand scheme of things.
Considering it's the last round next, and they've got more than enough to buy. Absolutely true.
This is more about survival than anything.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll be doing just that. 𝓤𝓸 will hold on to the AWP, and 𝓬𝓬 will hold on to his creep, and a decent amount of utility as well. You see it's 3 smokes, flashes there. Certainly worth it. They're going to have to drop at least 1 weapon, so those 2 saves might yield them another round here. They're certainly going to need it. Going down 10-5 on your CT side really isn't ideal. It's, like we said, not as devastating as a train, for example, but it's not ideal to be losing the CT half, especially against G2.
E2 versus Dream Eaters. I think a 9-6 sounds real dreamy. Let's see what they can do.
They're going to need Alex.
They really are. I fear for the second half. We'll see. I've been impressed and shut up by Dream Eaters on more than one occasion. I'm actually running out of fingers to start counting how many times these guys have proven me wrong.
I'm ready to be proven wrong as well. If they can bring this game back around, that will be one hell of a showing. I'm down.
Let's see what they've got left in the tank. This will be the slow default spread. You can see, actually, that is quite the boost for Lucky.
Yeah, you normally see CTs get up in this position. It's quite rare to actually see a T up there, but you can see what it gives him. Nice vision from the short
Minimal
push.
though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're counting on some CT aggression there, as you, I suppose, as the bomb and your team go to the other side of the map. It makes sense. He's going to have to make noise on the dismount, I assume. Still. 𝓤𝓸, he's been holding this line frequently, of course very vulnerable to that flash, the perfect example given to you by G2.
So now they know where the AWP is. They want to go back towards B. Oh, wow. They might not have a choice at this stage. 𝓤𝓸 hits one hell of a shot there towards the connector. And does he reposition? Does he feel like his presence is enough to push him back towards the B side?
He's going for a long one.
He will check out long beforehand. There's 2 players there as well. Drops a nice little shallow smoke to try and push them back, and he can focus toward the bathrooms. Jax, I think, will have to just give in and wait for it.
So much credit to be given to 𝓤𝓸 for this one. The perfect flash from Lucky gives Shocks a way in. Starting to charge now towards toilets. It's a bit of a pincer maneuver. 2 from toilet side, 2 from long, and 𝓤𝓸 can't do more than that. He got himself a double before being shut down, and now a 3 versus 2 courtesy of the FAMAS of 𝓤𝓤, leader of Dream Eaters. Making the calls, making the frags. Gonna need to find 2 more. Kenny and Shocks remain. AWP still for Kenny. And Shocks, woof, just like that. Now Kenny's got to go 1 versus 3. He missed the first. I think that's going to cost him. 𝓤𝓤 shuts him down. We got ourselves that juicy 6th. You said it was a necessity.
It absolutely is. It's a hollow victory towards the end, but a must-win round, that's for sure. Nice work from 𝓤𝓤 to close things out there. The FAMAS, it is going to be 9-6. G2 after losing the pistol. I'd say that's a nice comeback there. Absolutely, they looked very strong in the gun rounds and didn't rely on Kenny S whatsoever. He didn't really have to do much at all. 9-6 1/2. G2, the favourites coming into this one, and certainly the favourites going into the second half. Join us after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Dream Eaters versus G2 Esports, 9-6 on the half. And we'll be jumping into the T side for Dream Eaters. Already at a disadvantage. It's going to be interesting to see what they have got in store for us. A pistol win, as cliche as it may sound, is going to be incredibly important. And I'm not alone on the mic, of course. I'm Machine, and I'm joined by Henry G, who has finally
He's had a bit of
decided
lasagna.
to join us. How was your lasagna?
He's had a lovely bit of lasagna there.
I'm feeling great. I'm rejuvenated.
I feel like I'm ready now for the rest of the day. Let's go back to the games, and we'll be seeing what 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 bring to the table. You're right. They had a great pistol in the first half. They converted that 3-0 with MP9s in that third round. They need to replicate that success here. If they can get it, we have a real good game on our hands. G2 win this and get the 3-0 conversion. Might be a quicker one. We'll see. Good crossfire towards Connector. Can he has to take the aggro for Lucky here? He just wants to show presence. He doesn't have to commit to the kill. He's trying to bait his teammate in.
See how far he gets with it. Lucky starting to wiggle, backwards turn and hits the shot. That's a start. 𝓂 falls as well. There's a third. Yeah, with that P250, he's managing to connect onto Lucky. Kenny's back was turned momentarily as he dealt with 𝓵𝓸, but it's already done. And by it, I mean the round. What can you do, 𝓵𝓸? P250, no bomb. And he's hunting for that player who's just playing it perfectly. Jax, the first bullet that leaves his gun is a wall bang headshot, match point, or I should say round point. He gets himself.
Match point's better. It's more exciting. You should say that.
It sounded better. It wasn't. I mean, I don't want to say it was a lie, but it wasn't the truth. These are your odds brought to you by GG.bet, and yeah, I think it's starting to paint quite the clear picture. There is a tier 1 team in attendance. It is that of G2. 98% of you believed that they would make it to the Legends stage, and already presenting themselves just 6 rounds away from being 2-0. See how they can extend it. Just Glocks, the purest of pure, just a single flashbang. The only money spent coming into this round for the Eaters of Dreams.
We'll see if they can do anything here. If they get a bomb plan, Alex, I'll be impressed. This is a difficult round to operate with. Nothing at all in terms of firepower. Looking to get the bomb down so you have a really strong buy next round. But it should be an absolute massive hit towards short. Yeah. It's not as clean as you'd like.
That's the double kill. That should be a bomb plant. I say that. Shox was present, but they might be able to plant safe. No, the bomb's loose. That's unfortunate for them. This round should be
3 kills,
all
though.
but done. This is just Glocks.
And potentially a plant.
He could maybe scavenge that bomb if he jumps over. Yeah. Then down. Makes a step, picks up the bomb, bounces to short, he's out. 𝓵𝓸, like a graceful gazelle, he's escaped.
Yeah, one of them has to rotate as well. Shox knows it.
You have to respect it.
That's insane. They've got Glocks, no armor, and 1 flashbang. They've got 3 kills and a chance to actually win this round now. Recovered one of the SMGs. It's 𝓵𝓸. Still with 100 points of health. Heading towards the A site, and Shox is there ready and waiting. He's got the M4. Should be no way he dies here, considering the weapon he has, but he has no helmet. I will say that much. If it's a quick ding from the MP9, could fall apart.
But the simple fact that Shox has acknowledged this, it should be too much. Look at the angle he's adopted as well. That's not going to be the first to clear. That certainly won't be the second.
But does Shoxy commit to this and try and deny the plan as he waits for his teammate?
You let that bomb go down, and then you've got 3 kills and a bomb plant out of your Glock round. We'll find out the plant is actually perfect for Shox. He can stop it, and he will. So, had it been the default, that could very well have been the plant, but still, 𝓵𝒵𝓸's no complaints, I'm sure, from them.
I don't think they expected it to be anything like that. No. I thought that would be a foregone conclusion. You've got 2 MP9s ready for against Glocks and 1 flash. It must have been some flashbang, really, to get 2 kills with the Glocks upon arrival there. Like, goodness gracious me. But still, G2 win the round, but that has boosted the chance for 𝓵𝒵𝓸's there. They've got themselves AKs across the board. They've taken so much money away from G2. They enter this round with 2 SMGs here. They got MP9 for Lucky, 𝓵𝓸 on the UMP. They have reasonable utility, not the best. You see Shoxy just 2 flashbangs there. As they try and get basic control here. Won the pistol, got the second round, 2-0. And now, knowing they need to find this first pick as quickly as they can, it's Lucky who pushes off towards shore.
Well, they can find. There's a lot of presence, but that gap in the door comes back to haunt them. Bullets being sprayed through, it gave him a way to find the fight. Unfortunately for Jax, he meets his demise. 16 frags for Shoxy in this one. He has had a splendid start here in Berlin.
Yeah, very strong showing. But the opening pick this round is for 𝓵𝒵𝓸. A minute left. You can see they've got a real nice understanding of all the grenades and defaults in this map. They've got them all just to eradicate risks and flush CTs out.
Does 𝓵𝓸 have any support here at all? There's one on site. It will be Kenny. He does have a flash. Likely going to be throwing one for his teammate. Should contact come his way. That's exactly what's about to happen.
I like this from 𝓦𝒵𝓵. They have no idea.
So he's slap bang sandwiched in between the enemy lines. There's three. SpeedAct continues to clear from the party. He manages to get one. That's something. A consolation prize, perhaps. 𝓬𝓸 onto SpeedAct. Continues to swing. Not only for safety, but for reposition. Nice work from Kenny to be taking that fight, but the flash arrives just in time. 𝓤𝓚 enables king_key to trade. 𝓬𝓸 from behind. Man, I feel like I've said that 600 times. Does it again.
Well, it's going to be a 2 versus 1. 𝓬𝓚 with the HE, pretty much full health, heads towards the bank. Flashbang over. They have no idea as to where he's positioned right now. Bomb down. And 𝓬𝓚 gets a free kill on the first. It gives us his position. HE thrown. Gives up to the fact he's still there, but he can still reposition towards the CT steps if required. Full defuse. Is it coming in?
You wouldn't. Wow. Beautiful bomb from 𝓬𝓚. He planted that bomb and evaporated. They had no idea where he was. The fact that he's seeing two backs turned when he arrives at bank, that's testament to how quick he repositioned.
What a huge swing round that is.
That's
G2,
a big play.
They're taking... They won that round previously against the 𝓬𝓚, so you can see it coming back to haunt them right now. They lose one round, they're completely shattered financially now. $2,000 per player. It's one of those really annoying states in the game and in the CT side, because you can't justify a force here, because you better buy up next round. So you have to take a full eco now. You can't really do much of this at all. You can't even bring out a cheeky 𝓚𝓚. You can't really do anything.
And it feels like moments ago, 𝓤𝓚𝓚s were the ones that were forced to swallow the eco pill. Of course, actually, G2, upon review, struggled to handle that. But, yeah, timeout necessary, I think, after that one. That's a tough loss. And, my goodness, I mean, we can see the buy already. They have an opportunity to just farm against this eco with the MAC-10s.
They've got 3 MAC-10s. 𝓤𝓚 might be getting one as well. So he's got a Glock armor right now. I assume he's been dropped an AK-47.
Yeah, 2 rifles makes me feel much more safe.
Yeah, there we go. So the full eco, like I said, this is one of those annoying rounds you just have to take it on the chin. They've got 3 MAC-10s. They're very aware of what they're up against here. They're focused towards B. Nothing too technical quite. Even if they run into the stack, it shouldn't be that dangerous. I wouldn't necessarily want to see this, but should be fine. We will see as they make their way through with 3 MAC-10s towards Monster, smoke towards Heaven.
All of the nades.
They've done enough grenades here to justify this. We'll see if it works out. Nice little path of fire to get towards the bomb site here.
king_key a gap. He didn't have to take a lick of damage. Nice work from the SMD. Excuse me, the CTs. What's happening here? This eco, this smoke enables him to play around it. 𝓤𝓚's taking a dink in the process. Kenny finally goes down. Just 𝓬𝓚 remains. But as the dust settles, a mess of Counter-Strike we just got to indulge in. My goodness. So many Molotovs and smokes invested by 𝓤𝓚𝓚 that it gave G2 this whole new environment to play around, and they managed to find heads.
It's very true. It did get very problematic there. G2 get a couple of kills, but still struggling here. Now they can consider a partial buy. They're all hovering around 4K, some just under, so you're not really feeling that good about the buy. You still have a lead for now. This time, though, you can bring out 𝓚𝓚s, CZs, a couple of smokes. You can treat it like a gun round, and you've got a much greater chance of winning it just the USPs, of course. But still, I think this is the right call. You've got the lead here. You're on the CT side. You don't have to make any drastic decisions here. Let's just play the long game.
And off we go. The long game engaged. It's round 20. Best of 1 between 𝓤𝓚𝓚s and G2. It's just day 1 of the major. We've had 2 streams running simultaneously all day. Look at this one in seconds. 𝓤𝓚 has a tingle. And he's absolutely right to do so. Peeks short, finds 2.
Hello.
He's trying to catch him off guard. There's almost always someone with his number. And that should be the end of it. 𝓬𝓚's just looking for that style points. He catches one with a beautiful 1D. 𝓤𝓚. Give it a second chance and 𝓬𝓚 hits it. 2 gorgeous shots. But 𝓤𝓚𝓚s, they pick up the predictable round, and that will be the gap continuing to close now. 9-11.
Indeed. All for Kenny S, though. It's become more problematic going forward, but here are the 2 frag leaders so far. 𝓬𝓚 from G2, 721 kills, and 𝓤𝓚 from 𝓤𝓚𝓚s will have 15 kills and 14 deaths. He has some fantastic moments. I can see what the hype's around this guy for, and I want to see a lot more, though. I want to see him step up now on the T side and show us whether he can replicate that form we saw on the CT forces.
Let's find out. 𝓤𝓚𝓚 diving quickly in towards the connector. A smoke should knock the T's out, but the majority of them, my goodness, I
didn't even really... Did you see that face he made? He's like, well, I guess I heard that.
That looked like just a shot you fire before you leave, right? My goodness, king_key. I don't think he really understands how he just got caught there. 99% of his body completely covered. Good shot from Kenny.
Oh, then 5 on 4, that will do.
That takes the wind straight out of your lungs, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they're not going to check this either. 𝓬𝓸, if he gets 2 here, it might be a done deal, but still they trade 3 on 3. 𝓬𝓸's bouncing back. Molotov not exactly where he wanted it there. Smoke though to... Oh, this is a nightmare.
Guys, you're 3 versus 3. All cool. Lucky, however, does come from behind, and it's perfectly timed. Both of them there. Now 𝓲𝓸 left in a 1 versus 3. Shock's going to be coming around from the bank side. Does have stairs available to him as well. I'm almost certain the call that 2 came from toilets would have been there for 𝓲𝓸. Well, I don't know how many saw. Onto the bomb they go.
He said he had to step up here.
That was straight on the nose.
Did he move slightly or something?
Maybe it was the movement keys.
I think it was, because that was dead on him. I think he moves 3 as he fires.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can get a slow motion replay. The replay op has been great this event.
Go on, and then that's an official request from Machine.
Yep.
Let's see if we get it.
I don't think it works like that, but I love the reactions, like Kenny pulling funny faces, all of that stuff. We've been getting all of that from the miners as well.
That's absolutely true. It's a good point. Kenny's face, when he hit that shot, he was just like,
okay.
Right. I'll take it. Bit of a quick collapse there from 𝓬𝓸's with the utility usage, the Molotov not working out, flashing themselves, and it causes chaos in the comms. Yeah. Then the backstab comes in, really wasn't ideal.
I mean, but this is what I was talking about. Remember, I was describing them as strong mechanics, but with some clear examples of an inexperienced present. Yeah. That's perhaps one of those. You know, 3v3, it did get a bit messy, it got a bit confusing. We can see that flank again, lined up, body shots galore. And we can see Lucky taking that fight with 𝓲𝓸 to end it all. Damn. Not letting the frustration show, but because so damn close.
Well,
far from over. Let's see how this one shapes up then.
Big round here. Money right down to the wire here for 𝓬𝓸's. To have the AWP. 𝓲𝓸 will just have the AK and a flashbang. Speaking of which, 𝓬𝓸 will deploy his towards middle, throwing a grenade as well. No damage inflicted, so we'll be able to continue with that default so far. 𝓬𝓸's wait for any more aggression here. Bomb makes its way towards long. It's on the back of 𝓬𝓸 right now with the AK-47. And in terms of defense on the outside of the map, Kenny S gets himself in position on the flower bed. Now that's a great position. We saw it being used before. Falls back now. We do have 𝓬𝓸. UMP holding the bathrooms. He's got no real backup, but a rotation from 𝓲𝓿 coming through. He's got the AK, can really bait him in. Have a smoke to boost his chances of surviving there. Now Kenny can focus purely towards long.
Flashes arrive, and Kenny's shot does too. Ooh, tagged on the cross back. Nice shot from 𝓲𝓸. They've actually got 𝓤𝓄ster right above the smoke. 𝓬𝓸 swings. He's not going to be ready for that one. That's gorgeous work from 𝓬𝓸's Kinky from underneath. If he swings on this. Oh, and Kenny with a missed shot, a rare one. Now can make the same mistake again. What? Manages to take 𝓲𝓸 with him, and now the kill feed fills with blue as the CTs arrive on the scene. Great work from Shox with a double. Lucky's already got one, and 𝓲𝓸 is going to be forced to retreat after that one. His team just collapsed around him.
Yeah.
You blink and you miss it.
We said that was a huge round as well. It was looking pretty good for 𝓬𝓸's at one stage, but now 3 versus 1, 15 seconds remain. 𝓲𝓸 will just be holding on to his AWP if possible. Shoxy looking to trap him in towards that long position. They'll all be pouncing on him, I'd imagine. Once that timer runs out, Shoxy certainly will. 𝓲𝓸 just needs a couple of bullets in his general direction, and down he will go. Shoxy will swing once the timer runs down. You'll see him come out any second now. Time will go down. He should swing. Spots him, gets the kill. No money for 𝓲𝓸 in the next round. He'll have $650. Great stuff from Shoxy. That was textbook CS there. Didn't want to jump around the corner. Even if he kills him, you want to make sure you put your foot on the throat, get no money for the next round. He's the all-player's most valuable target to remove the money from. It's a big round, 13-9. They're eco regardless, but even if they get through this round, with the next buy, he'll still be compromised.
That's a gap. That's a gap that he's going to have to try and overcome. Pick up a shotgun or something. I mean, my goodness, down to $650. He can't afford anything. A packet of peanuts, some pork scratchings, and a half a pint.
Why is he just having pub treats?
Actually, to be fair, $650 will get you far in a pub.
I don't know. Oh, $650, sure. £6.50, certainly not. You'd struggle to get a pint with that, but...
Yeah, it depends what you're drinking, doesn't it?
Yeah. Don't go to London with that much.
Shout out to the Leicester Student Union.
Pound a pint on Thursdays.
You know it is.
Yeah.
And those weird alcohol pops that really, no one really knows what they're called.
They were £1 as well, weren't they? They were VKs, might be.
We had VKs.
Yeah.
That's like...
They were £1 each. You could go out and have fun for a tenner.
Yeah, nonsense.
Let me tell you.
I really don't know. I think it was just primarily food colouring and ethanol. null.
Whatever happened, some weird stuff would go down when those were in the equation.
9-13, we're back on topic, and it is going to be almost the purest of ecos. $300 spent to Kinky. He's just treating himself.
Yeah, this is
It's team talk time.
Problematic now. You're pretty much guaranteed to lose this one. It's going to be 14-9 on the T side. No one's really going absolutely wild for you. You're not relying on individual performances here. You're quite reliant on your utility usage, which starts to fall apart when the panic sets in. So it's not looking good for Dream Eaters. They've had a decent showing here. It hasn't been they've been run over. They haven't lost yet, of course, but it's looking like G2 in cruise control right now. I
saw a lot of talking from 𝓵𝓵 as well, during, like well and truly into the round, and I can't help but feel it's a little bit one of those, you know, existence timeouts where he's just gonna. We're on the Glocks, I'm going to talk to you, you can run around, do what you want. Use it as an opportunity, just everyone's mind back where it needs to be in order to overcome this deficit. And it's an ever-growing deficit this time. French side 14, 2 rounds away. And picking themselves up another win. This would put them in the 2-0 column.
So, timeout from Dream Eaters here. They're averaging...
Sputted upper belt, put that upper belt. Put that upper belt, put that upper belt. Put that upper belt, put that upper belt. 𝓤𝓂
Counter-terrorists win.
Belt, put that upper belt. Put that upper belt, put that upper belt. Put that upper belt, put that upper belt.
has been planted.
barrel of what has been a quite intense technical timeout. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 losing, we're assuming, use of his mouse. It was mentioned before that he's had issues actually in the setup before this game with his mouse. In his first game, apparently he was using a discount €5 mouse.
Didn't bring a spare. He has quite a specialist mouse as well. It would take quite the whip around to find out who would actually have. What was it, the Sensei Raw?
Do you know what's actually really stupid?
What?
You know that mouse I left on the desk before we left?
Where left where?
When we lived together.
Sure.
You know, I left that mouse. I took a mouse out of my bag and I put it on my desk. That was a Sensei Raw.
You could have saved the day. You could be running down there right now.
I'd be on the camera.
I would allow that. I'd say, Alex, you know what? Go save the day.
My salon
Get down. You get down there. Let's go fix this out. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break and show you a lovely little video. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it's delightful. We'll leave you with this and be right back.
19. It's mousesports versus Avangar. We've got 2 games to go. This is one of them. I'm Machine. I'm joined by Henry G. We had somewhat of a technical pause, so thank you so much for staying with us. Mouse did go, of course, it was mousesports with the mouse issue.
Indeed.
For all of the dankest of memes, but yes, it was 𝓦𝒆𝓵 unable to, well, probably the most crucial piece of hardware you need to be an esports
The only
athlete.
one you definitely need. The headset we can work with. The keyboard we can replace. The mouse bungee, not a problem. The keyboard, you know, it doesn't matter too much.
Mouse mat?
The mouse mat even. We could say, you know what, I can use a different mouse mat. The mouse, you probably do need that specifically. That's the one you've been using the last 2 or 3 years. You definitely need to want
I mean, it would be the equivalent of a tennis player using a different racket.
Yes.
I mean, it's so extreme.
Well, there we go. Hopefully we're back underway. We are told after that video we're good to go.
Well, of course. Henry, using the tennis analogy, interestingly enough, tennis players, professional tennis players that are paid to play tennis, they tend to bring
spare rackets.
I mean, over 10.
Yeah, sometimes it's known to happen, you know.
Unwrap them live.
We are a few stages behind that in esports, it seems, as we have just the 1 mouse per player. It's a dangerous game we're playing. It has come back to bite us in the arse, finally, and here we have it.
I'm almost certain. You know how my mouse analysis has been spot on so far, Henry?
True.
I see a different mouse on 𝓦𝒆𝓵's mouse pad right now.
I think you're right, because the Sensei Raw does not have a light on the middle scroll wheel, if I'm not mistaken.
A glow function is available within the software for the mouse wheel.
For the Sensei Raw?
Yeah, just the mouse wheel.
Oh, I didn't know that. So maybe, well, I don't. That's not conclusion yet.
No,
we'll have
not
to keep
yet.
Going.
However,
I'm going to zoom in on the mouse.
I don't know if he's making sacrifices. Well, no, with a cable. It was a braided cable with a white spotting. Oh.
And we go. Enhance. That looks like it looks Death Addery to me.
It looks a bit Rocket Coney.
I don't think anyone's dropping that in the major, to be honest with you.
I don't know, man.
Keep going. Enhance. Just 10 more %.
Okay. It's definitely a different mouse. I'll tell you that much. That's all I've got.
Logitech-y.
Logitech-y. Well, it does. I mean, so as long as it can get his DPI,
sure,
he's at least playing on the same sense.
Well, that's something.
It's not the €5 no DPI thing he was playing on before. So
why was that the one that was brought up? Surely you go to any other pro and say, "Can I borrow your mouse?" Surely better than the €5 extravaganza.
I think it was one of those halfway through a game type deals, like just grabbing whatever he could.
Coach have a mouse?
You know, these are all such great questions, Henry. I wish I had an answer.
If I was the coach, you know, I'd just ask him what the mouse they use. In my backpack, I've always got 5 mice ready to go.
Yeah, like the manager.
Yeah. You know, that's always my prerogative. I'm going to make sure anything that happens, one day, I'll be the hero for any of these guys.
Well, it's all smiles. Karrigan's trying to keep morale up, and it does seem like mousesports are going to be getting back into this one. I see fist bumps. He's back in the server. Let's keep a close eye on 𝓦𝒆𝓵 for a while. We'll keep checking in with him to see how he's doing. As it looks like we're back underway. Thank you so much for staying with us. I can see the timer moving, players moving, and players able to talk. It's all back underway. And it does look like they're going to be loading a bit of a reset on that round after all of the hijinks that we witnessed. So 3-1 was the score. Avangar, I mean, Henry, how's your memory? You want to give us a quick recap of how we got here?
To this point right now, we got there with a pistol round victory from Avangar. It was a lovely start to the game. Came down to a tense situation, but Avangar managed to get the 3-0 star they much needed. I have to say, mousesports certainly the favourites coming into this one, but we did just have a gun round go in favour of mousesports by virtue of the mid push by Frozen, shutting down the AWP presence of Jane because they focus on a 4-man setup towards B at the very start of each round. That's their go-to, but obviously mousesports had that information available to them. I don't think we'll see it that much from Avangar anymore.
They're going to lose that whole tool at their disposal. It did make their B defense oh so powerful the first time we got to see it. And so Avangar versus mousesports, and we're back into the fray. James on his signature weapon. We'll see where he chooses to utilize that AWP. It was a big part of the first round. mousesports won was him firing off 1 shot was all it took, and Frozen, I mean, I would be surprised if he tried this again. Smokes are landing. That was thrown by Kickit. There is somewhat of a gap to charge through, and he gets the frag. That's big. Already Sandy's under trouble. Waters, he's going to get the first. He's going to be worrying about the price from the right-hand side. That's 1. Sandy's doing so much work here. Frozen's got lost in the smoke, but he's being supported by Buster in a big way. 2 from him, and now ropz, he's left to his own devices. He's 1 versus 2. He narrowly misses that shot. What did he pick up? It's a Molotov. It's not the dream.
That's fine, because now he can actually get the bomb. They extinguish the flames.
It's almost a 2 for 1, and another Molotov to deploy towards library. It's working out well into apps. 𝓵𝓤 has Crawl. He really did save Avangar from this round. Let's see if he can close it out. ropz, you really have no right to do anything more in this. He's been spotted. This is a problem. What do you do now? 𝓵𝓤 throws a molly. He's got no HP. He's going to be going down to 𝓵𝓤 from apps. 3 in that round, and the savior of Avangar.
It looked like mousesports had done enough there, but 𝓤𝓸 saves them. He had a very quiet game earlier against 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸. They still won the game, but he was nothing to really report on. He didn't really have many frags. He was just getting one, maybe, when he's holding the bomb sites, but that's big from him. 2 big kills there from the bomb site box itself, right in the corner. Manages to fend them off and buy time for 𝓵𝓤, who has been a star player for them today. He dropped like 27 kills in their first outing, and here he goes once again, denying the plant, finds the bomb on the floor. ropz did a great job to even make that round close, but 𝓵𝓤's positioning towards the apartments was a long con. It works out for them, and it is going to be 4-1 in favor of Avangar here as we enter round number 6. Plenty of money for mousesports, though. They have the AKs and the AWP for 𝓵𝓤.
And sending Jane Banana.
Oh, they are, you're right. So no 4-man presence here. It's more traditional, but they do have the AWP on this side of the map.
Flash does force Jane to get towards sandbags. He should have been caught out, but 𝓵𝓤 again bails him out. Saving his teammates time and time. Karrigan through the flames. He wants to push where it hurts. Catches kick it in transition. A double. Gorgeous from Karrigan. He can just escape now. Damage done.
Yeah.
And the CTs, they're going to be forced to work with what they've been given.
Oh.
What? Through the wall connects into Jane. That's
really quite impressive from Karrigan. I didn't catch his game earlier. I saw a lot of tweets praising him, saying he was excellent in the first showing, and ropz will continue that train of thought as he takes down 𝓤𝓸 in that pit position. Adren now to be tested. The old guard waiting on the A side here. We'll see if he can find multiple frags. James helps him out. Back to a 2 versus 2. Good flashbang. Might be able to set himself up for a kill towards quad, but holds strong, pushing them back towards middle and indeed towards the B side. This could be a great call from 𝓵𝓤. They don't have a smoke for the cross to the side, but no one's actually there to receive. So this is fine. They can cleanly make their way towards the B side, get the bomb planted. No problem at all. They actually find a smoke in transition. They will drop that bomb to be planted, and with an AWP up, this is looking very good for mousesports.
Yeah, picked up 2 Molotovs as well. One already deployed. A second could come in handy for this attempt at a retake from the CTs. James could be walking through that smoke. It wouldn't surprise me. Instead, opts for a route towards construction. 𝓵𝓤 staring at him. New mouse. Didn't quite manage to hit that first flick. But Frozen will make his presence known now. James just gets 𝓵𝓤. Does catch 𝓵𝓤, and I say 𝓵𝓤 now. Upgrades to the M4. Could try and change things around a little bit. The Molotov hasn't quite gone to plan.
No,
and no way, Jose. He's going to have the defuse. That Molotov is one for the comic strip.
Yeah, the blooper reel.
Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate.
So he was trying to bounce the Molotov on top of the bomb there, guarantee success. Nice idea, but if you just AFK'd it towards the barrels and Banana, he probably wins. That's the problem with that, because as soon as he drops that Molotov, he knows he has a challenge now. There's a chance he might not be able to see the bomb with the awkward Molotov he's thrown. He made his own bed there. Yeah. And James tucked him in.
Wow. I mean, I'm almost certain the way I read that was James was accepting he wasn't going to win the 1v2.
Yeah.
Then 𝓵𝓤 presents himself new box, and well, the rest is history.
He can't believe that Molotov bounced back. I think that's what he's annoyed at. There should be no way Avangar win that round, and that's a gutting one to give out. mousesports maximum loss bonus, and the bomb plants will be able to buy once again. They still have the AWP of 𝓵𝓤.
I fear that's going to come back to haunt them. I think that's going to start playing on their minds. The nades do land, but this time to no avail. Just Chris J tagged up just a little. Keeping the default spread for now. Flash towards top banana to clear it, and that's all the information they need for now. Realize that they've taken all of that away from the CTs. Keep them guessing. Smoke deployed in response. Plenty more where that came from. One more for Adrian, actually, as the T-smoke start to land. Forces Jane back on towards the site.
Slow approach here from mousesports, still with 3 smokes available to them. In terms of map control, 2 players at the bomb towards the mouth of the B bomb site. That's going to be on the back of 𝓵𝓤 with the AWP. But they still have to break down the defensive of that site. 𝓵𝓤 still with the incendiary, but Karrigan does find a quick pick. That's towards the A side of the map. That's going to force a rotation from kick out. They've got 30 seconds here. What's their play? Now it's a 4-on-4. Do they even justified falling back towards the A site here. They've got no smokes, just a Molotov, and Ffrozen will have to lead the charge here, holding W, doing what he does best, looking for those headshots.
Yeah, Adrian in pit, he can be so influential here if he gets this right. 1, 2, not the third, but that's a huge amount of damage. ∞ can finish off on that. Nice connection from 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆. New mouse, no problem. He has to go 1v3. He's being flanked fast by...
Decide to go back towards that A site, and then they go into a 4-on-4. At that stage, the crossfire was set up there. It was 𝓬𝓻 in the pit. He gets one, gets fully blind, commits to the spray, takes another one down, gets half HP on the penultimate player there. Bomb planted for 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 continues to allow them to buy, but that's about it. They're 6-1 down there. There's been some very close rounds. The only round mousesports have won so far is when they've rushed middle against that 4-man B stack. We said Avangar probably won't deploy that much going forward, and they haven't really since. There'll be 3 players towards B this time.
So you could say that mousesports in rounds 1 have only killed 1 player.
Yeah, you're actually right. They actually rounded actually succeeded in. They only got 1 kill in, but this is looking much better. 𝓤𝓐 will be taken down by 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶, and they'll try and get the frag back in their favor, dropping everything they can in return. The grenades towards Log, very effective. 6 HP for 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 there. He'll live to tell tale, and that's not a huge issue. He's already got first pick, and he's got the AWP. You'd always give your AWP or the AWP away to your low HP player, so it all works out really. James will be holding towards the boiler room now. A difficult shot for him to hit.
Does love these ambitious close quarter angles, likes to fill the gap a rifler would. A lot of responsibility on James, and actually lots of responsibility on 𝓬𝓻, because he's been given the responsibility of holding apps, and that is where 2 members of Mouse start their crawl. Saying that, 𝓬𝓻 falls off. It's going to be just James left solo on A for now. Where's this coming from? It's because the smoke just landed in CT, thrown by 𝓬𝓻. You can see it from 𝓬𝓻's POV.
Wow.
They've pulled all of the right strings. And again, James finds himself alone. This time, he finds the shot onto 𝓬𝓻. Not the same as the round before. The only round mousesports have previously won. Again, it's on James solo A. And again, the bomb goes down with 1 kill. 2 rounds, 2 kills. Mousesports story so far.
If you win the rounds with 1 kill, it actually means you did something really good. You've done something pretty remarkable. And that is, again, 𝓬𝓻. He made the call on that round they won before with the fast mid push.
Yeah.
This time, he's dropped that smoke towards the B side, which pulled everyone over and left James isolated once again. And there it is. They get that 1 kill, and 𝓤𝓐 is dropped, and all of a sudden it's actually going to be 8 players surviving in round number 8 here, and it's going to be a 6-2 scoreline. So mousesports very happy with that one. No heavy lifting really having to be done.
All good in the hood for 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 as he scarpers to the maximum range he can, given the damage those nades did. Wow, they really ate that bait. 𝓬𝓻, he laid it out for them. He really did. Set the trap.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
2-6 though. Huge lead for Avangar at this point in time. We'll see if mousesports can continue to play the mind games. 𝓬𝓻 certainly is playing a game of chess right now. Newest addition to Avangar is 𝓬𝓻, major champion, of course. And a big name. We've seen his kind of attempts to climb the Counter-Strike ladder in different names. FaZe most recently, of course, that has been outlined as somewhat of just a space filler. Desk's words, not mine. 𝓬𝓻 catching another nade from 𝓬𝓻. Should go down here, kick it, aggressive, trying to change things up on 𝓬𝓻 and being rewarded for it.
Flashbang deployed, and so is the headshot. James holds his nerve and removes the head of 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 there. So that's a very common approach. If you get blind, you give it a half a second, pull the trigger, and it's very well timed. Lovely play from James. They've got a 5-on-3 advantage now with 2 AKs and a Krieg up. Chris J, Robs and �ရိုzen have their work cut out for them. They still have time here. Problem is, Avangar have full control of the banana position. They actually have kicker and buster right down to the mouth of that area. Rob's smoked out for now. They decide to fall back. A little bit of damage there. Hitting kicker through the corner of the half wall.
Oh my god, Henry. I can see the A in the Avangar logo for the first time in my life.
Yeah, you just saw that?
It was always just a trident.
Sure. But
it's an A.
It is. They've done something there, haven't they? They've done something.
My brain is...
A graphic has been designed, that's the point.
You could say a professional graphic designer created a logo. Nice work from �ရိုzen, wow. Looking to make this 3v5 work. He's got eyes on 𝓤𝓐. It's a free frag. 𝓤𝓐 just has to keep on the crouch, and oh, it's not so free anymore. �ရိုzen, he falls straight into that time trap. Now Rob's left alone. Does have the bomb, smoke pluming.
Yeah.
And he should be able to at least get this one down. I say that with bated breath because Cricket's already in construction. Will do so. Bomb down, has flashes.
So if he's smart here, Alex, he wants to make sure his teammates are ready to go when he does as well. You do not want to be challenging the solo position. His teammates should trade this off, so that's absolutely fine. 𝓵𝓸 did close things out there as Avangar put another round on the board. It will be kick at the defuse. They're going to make sure they collect all the weaponry, so AKs, AWPs, exactly what they've got here. And 2 players survive. Money's still there for mousesports. They've got plenty of it. They haven't really been broken that much. It's the new financial system that allows us to have more gun rounds. It makes best of ones a little bit more weighted, I would say, than they were before.
How common is this many diffuses? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diffuses in 10 rounds.
Yeah.
That bomb's going down from Mouse. It's just not being converted.
A lot of retakes from Avangar are going very well indeed. And mousesports, they're not necessarily playing badly or anything like that. They've been unlucky with some of the scenarios that have gone down, like that Molotov from Frozen, for example. That was a nightmare. You don't normally see him making mistakes like that. Normally, he wouldn't even bother the grenades. He'd just be playing the one-on-one duel. But still, rounds like that and nightmare scenarios falling apart for them. We'll see if they can get back on their feet. They still have the cash. They still have an AWP if they want it. 𝓲𝓂 goes against it this round. Going to stick with the 5 AKs. James hitting some wonderful shots in the last couple of rounds. Still has his, of course. Currently sat on 9 kills, 3 deaths. At the very top will be 𝓵𝓬𝓸. Really impressed me this tournament. He's got 10 kills and 4 deaths. He certainly has been the star of the day for Avangar.
He certainly has. Fast Molotov. 𝓲𝓂 can play in front of it. No fights down middle just yet. So what is this from Mouse? 4-second mid, couple of just stray bullets into apps.
Problem is now they've allowed 𝓵𝓸𝓸 control fully granted towards Avangar, meaning James can be alone towards B, and they have 4 players on that A bomb site. Sniper can patrol that position, no problem. Challenge for 1 kill and fall back and call for backup. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 on the windowsill as well. That's a really nice setup.
That looks good. Playing anti-flash, of course. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 gets the first. He has the support if he needs it. Quick from 𝓵𝓸𝓸 though. 𝓵𝓸𝓸, that's the worst case scenario. Still fired off the warning shots. Now getting wallbang pulled off. And converted by 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸. He gets a double. The man's on fire. 3 in this round. 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸's going hunting. He might even find a 4th here. He does. 𝓵𝓸 goes down as well. He's a bloodhound. Just sniffing him out.
He's like, I'm not done yet, boys. Don't plant that bomb. I can smell another. ropz will be looking for the last here. That's much better from mousesports there. It's a 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 4 kills, but we'll take it.
I mean, you need heroics to sometimes break this drought in mousesports. We've made it clear, like, it's not like they're not playing Counter-Strike. Bombs going down, 3v3 after plant, but nice work from ropz to find himself just the 1. 4 from 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 in that round.
That's impressive. I can see what everyone was talking about today on Twitter. Everyone's saying like 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸's killing it, the clutches, the picks he's getting. A prime example, he's really feeling it today. Opening pick was beautiful. And then the double kill as well. Adrenaline Kicker thought they were hell out of there, but no, 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 continues applying the pressure. Kicker, frustrated with that one. Got to chill out, my friend. Full eco on the cards.
Yeah, heart on their sleeves. You can say what you want about the majors, but it means so much to the players that it's so evident in the Counter-Strike, in the everything else, in the interviews.
Yeah, this is what all players aspire to play at. You know, this is the event. This is the one.
Here's a great example. Kirby talking about what winning the major so early in his career did to him.
Yeah.
You know, like he lost all motivation. It was like, I did it. I've done it. I've climbed the mountain.
He got the MVP as well.
Yeah, MVP of the major. I mean, what more? You can't ask for more.
Yeah, I can understand why you put so much into that one accomplishment, and to start it all over again can be quite a daunting thought. Yeah.
Certainly. Oh no! What? Lightning in the jaw of ropz, but doesn't catch him. Looking for that Zeus kill. You know, I think it's actually a worthwhile investment in maps like this where you can kind of dance around the apps. Like, that's a quick weapon upgrade. That's almost, I mean, it's more powerful than a CZ if you're in the right corner.
Yeah, we saw Ricky wielding it a few times earlier. Got a couple of kills with it. Either way, looks quite a simple procedure here for mousesports. The Zeus could have ruffled some feathers. Doesn't connect. It's a 5 versus 2. Make it 4 versus 2. Good catch. I'm sure that's easier, but that's all he can find. And we'll see 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 with 22 HP, now 0. Nice flick from Chris to avoid certain death there. And it will be the 4th on the board for mousesports. Starting to come to life now. It's never too late. They could even come back and win this half. So it was looking a little bit detrimental getting to the mid stages of this half, but now fending off the eco, we'll see if there's another partial buy. I'm seeing CZ's purchased.
The kills look almost even. I mean, the only real front runner there, of course, is that of 𝓵𝓸. Worth noting that ADR of 𝓕𝒑, significantly less kills and yet more ADR. He's been doing the damage.
What have they been up to here? So they bought an AWP for 𝓬𝓸.
What?
𝓬𝓸's fully invested in M4. 𝓵𝓸's got USP and he spent all his money.
He went back to spawn for a smoke.
They've got the first pick, so it could work out for him. Not bad at all. 𝓬𝓸 knew he had to step up there. They won't be able to recover that rifle, but at least they have a man advantage. But this looks problematic to me. You haven't really managed the money in an effective manner, but...
See how they handle it. 𝓬𝓸 crawling up banana with 𝓦𝒆𝓵. Is 𝓦𝒆𝓵 scoped in already? Yes, he is. So no noise needs to be made. 𝓵𝓸, is he up on oranges? You can see starting to actually swing with just that USP and a smoke. I mean, currently B is guarded by a silenced sidearm, unarmored, and then full executing into his smoke. I'm not sure that's going to hold them back. It is 𝓬𝓸. He leaps through. Straight into the site. 𝓵𝓸, he can't do much with his weapon. He's waiting for his teammates, the cavalry, to arrive. He does boost up kickers, but this time he sees he's not quite as spicy. 𝓵𝓬 shuts him down. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 connects with that AWP. And those weapons, this is now the conversation starts. Already you can see that 𝓵𝓸 is already in library. James towards CT spawn. Hoping 𝓵𝓠 just takes a couple of bullets into those retreating mousesports players from the bomb radius.
It's pretty much all he can do now. They have to save those weapons. Luckily they save both the ones that are invested in, and you still get money on the CT side if you save weaponry, so that's not a problem, but still, this was the dangerous approach. You could have fallen apart for them, and now 𝓵𝓠, you can get the AK, get the hell out of there. This won't be bad, actually, and now he needs James to protect him. They know it. 𝓵𝓠 will try and make his way out, but 𝓵𝓬 ready and waiting. James cannot afford to lose.
You can leave.
He likes to save, and this time he hasn't.
He was, I mean, I guess the bodyguarding of 𝓵𝓠 was too high of a responsibility.
Yeah, now the questions there again, like, okay, now we don't really have much to work with at all. We've invested partially into that round, but we've left ourselves with 𝓵𝓸 on 2800, 𝓬𝓸 with 2400. You're going to have to buy again with what you can.
𝓵𝓸's not going to be having a lot of fun for a while. There we go. Okay, so SMG full util.
An MP9 for 𝓵𝓠, 𝓵𝓸 the UMP. Didn't have to be this way, but they've still got the AWP 𝓬𝓸, but he is glass cannon. So he has a smoke AWP. It's not a huge deal if he plays it correctly. This means he can't be super aggressive towards second middle. But maybe he can.
Maybe he can. This James, after all, and these nades from Avangar are causing so much trouble for 𝓦𝒆𝓵. Nades, bullets, and flame. He's gone. 𝓵𝓠 responsible for it. So 5 versus 4. mousesports looking to operate with just 4. Smoke towards the mid. James is going to be pressured in a very big way. He does have support though, and 𝓵𝓸's made that UMP work. That's quick. But how has he got 2 from that position? He's anticipating a Molotov. He's already got the smoke in his hand, and just like that, he has the smoke to escape. The Molotov did land though, a little off from normal. Great shot from 𝓕𝒑, my goodness. He's got a magnifying glass on the center of his monitor.
Well, that's not bad at all. What a shot that was. It's still on a 3-on-2 disadvantage here, but plenty of time to work with. Just under a minute. They have no utility, but they do have one disastrous weapon, which is 𝓕𝒑. We'll see whether he can make his way forward, and 𝓬𝓸's not been playing bad at all either. Going towards the arch side, you can see 𝓵𝓠 is watching it like a hawk, but he only has the MP9 to defend him. If they go around this corner together, they likely get the kill, and then 𝓵𝓸 is waiting towards graveyard of UMP. If they go towards the A side, they've got a real chance of winning it, but they're waiting for a mistake at this point from Avangar. Nothing coming in just yet, making their way around. Remember, they've got no utility here. Face checking every position. They're trying to stay together. They get this first kill, no problem. They're in good stead, but actually the MP9 coming out on top. Well positioned from 𝓵𝓠.
Yeah, the fact that he hits that shot so well. Nice from 𝓕𝒑. If he can get to the site in time, that bomb can go down. 9 seconds. Safe plant. He knows 𝓵𝓸 was pit, and that's where his eyes are drawn.
We saw him.
Certainly did. He's aware that the rotate's going to be coming in from B as well. 1 versus 2. He's got to get the timing right here. He's in the middle of nowhere. Tries to bait out the shot. Oh! Okay, 𝓕𝒑. Quick turn. Couldn't return, though, to 𝓵𝓸. And that will be another for Avangar. Whew,
was
sigh of
almost
relief.
disgusting.
Yeah, that was almost gross.
Yeah, that could have been something really quite special. Robs gave it his all, brought it down to the 1 versus 1. Somehow, it was Sanji who actually saved the day with the MP9 of all weapons, holding towards that A bomb site. We said this was going to be a difficult round for them to win, but they managed to overcome their problems in great style. That comes right down to the wire. Robs certainly had a chance of winning that, but it's 𝓸𝓸 to close things out. 8-5, and we go to round number 14.
For all of their chaotic economic decisions that we've seen from Avangar so far, their decision-making, like leaving the 2 SMGs on A, sending the 1 rifle over towards B, it's all well thought out, and it's happening in the tiniest fractions of seconds. These decisions have to be made. Quick Molotov to middle, that will slow down. I thought 𝓲𝓂, but no, burns his toes for a frag. James gone.
Yeah, that's audacious. I like that a lot. 𝓲𝓂, that's really impressive. It's very synonymous with him as a player, I would say. That sort of play style. As we'll see Sandy drop down towards the pit. Lots of damage done from the 𝓸𝓸.
That's a lot, and Sanji can do even more now, especially the one tagged up. He's going to be hunted down. Rock's great work from him, and now we can just have a shooting gallery if they continue to push through this. Grey screen for 1. It was kick it, and a second smoke starting to replace that. I feel like Rops has 10 nades every round. He keeps finding them. Another one, this time deployed towards Bout. One of 𝓸𝓸's own as well towards the site. It's going to cover off from pit and should enable them once that fades. As 𝓸𝓸 gives it to Buster. Makes a lot of sense. The guy's been looking great.
Yeah, with that rifle, he's looked fantastic, but at this point, 𝓸𝓸, all he can do is save the AWP. A little play there with the smoke down towards the pit, the flash over. They need to get a quick kill. They knew damage had been inflicted in buckets and spades there. 𝓸𝓸 and 𝓲𝓂, very low HP, but doesn't work out, and it will be mousesports picking up yet another round here on the T side of Inferno. It will be 8-6 after this. 𝓸𝓸 will be hitting that shot, but maybe this one. 𝓸𝓸 will be dropped in the air. Nice movement from him, but wasn't enough to take down the final player there. 𝓸𝓸 will be handing that AWP over to James. And that's pretty much exactly what they need. I can confirm he survived that one. They're averaging $2,000 per player on the CT side, but Jane will get the AWP, the rest of them will get SMGs or Deagles, and they'll do absolutely everything they can here. Jane probably goes towards Banana now. He's shown so much presence towards middle. He might mix it up and go Apps or Banana. I would say middle probably is a bit of a no-go, considering they know an AWP has been saved. But you never know.
We'll see what decisions they choose to make. Another AWP surrounded by Fisher-Price weapons. Seen how powerful they can be in the right hands, though. Sanji's been on the MP9, it feels like the entire half.
Yep. That's, yeah, not far from the truth, I would say.
Kicker, aggressive down Banana. He's doing this in pursuit of information. They may not have weapons, but they've got boatloads of info. They're going to be able to leave, I was going to say the AWP there, but that's kind of the only tool at their disposal. Rotate 1 off. Buster will be there to support A should they commit with his Desert Eagle. Chris J sitting towards T steps. He was there to catch any early aggressions from the CTs. A second smoke arrives. You can see just like that, almost comically. 𝓸𝓸 here's the smoke, appears in the screen of 𝓲𝓂 and disappears again. Back towards the A site as the smoke lands. There's still so much time. Chris J's already caught Kicker's aggression. He knew that was coming. And Buster, what was that? 2 quick kills. The head of 𝓸𝓸 frozen gone too. Bomb loose up mid. The CTs can respond accordingly. But with 40 seconds, there's no rush here.
There certainly is no rush. They've got advantages with the firepower, but if they go towards B, we know James set up there with the AWP already. They do not use any of the utility. They had flashbangs available there. If Chris gets the kill, all will be forgiven, but he cannot get it. Avangar, remember, came in with 1 AWP, and everything else was compromised. They had SMGs, CZs, Deagles, that was about it, but they find themselves in a 4 versus 2 now. Rops and Chris J to try and make this one a reality. mousesports are going to check every single position here. It looks like they've done enough on the Avangar side, as it will go 9-6. It started off as a great half for Avangar, started to fall apart in the midsections, but they stuck the landing there with a couple of compromise going in their favor, Alex.
Yeah, and they play them well. I mean, it's so intimidating. mousesports, they don't even see that information, but we need to go catch our breath. I mean, we'll talk more about it when we get to that second half.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Avangar. Oh, they do manage to win out. We'll see whether they can continue as we move over to the second half. mousesports, a few up and down rounds there. Some strange rounds, Alex, as well, with only a couple of kills being found and rounds being concluded. It's still anyone's game, that's for sure. Avangar have looked impressive at times and weak at others. mousesports had issues technically. You can see Vox is still not 100% happy with the situation over there.
Blowing on it, hoping.
It's like,
please.
Come on. This will work out.
This will make you feel like my mouse.
Avangar 9, mousesports 6. Like I said, anyone's game. Pistol very important in the best of one. We'll see who comes out on top here as mousesports swap over to the CT side. 6 is enough. They were worth a few more, but there's Frozen. After a couple of awkward moments for himself in the first half, does get the opening kill here to kick things off in the second. 5 versus 4. He has got 𝓵𝓸𝓸 on the side with him. So he's trying to suggest maybe he's there alone. And he'll towards CD spawn. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 has got a smoke and a diffuse gear. He'll towards new boxes right now. We have one player not with the pack. That's going to be a 𝓸𝓻 who's going through the apartments right now, making his way towards boiler room. Can't really do much of this. If he had a smoke or a flash, sure, maybe he can pull a player over, but now James being spotted. Frozen's not going anywhere.
Just going to stand like a turret, ready to take that fight. Confident in his own ability. He has the support of his teammates. He's just there to try and feign the solo B. That's the character he's trying to portray right now. Smoke will likely play ahead of that and then disappear into it.
We've got 2 players in new boxes
They
now.
certainly do.
Yeah.
That's a huge connection.
No
Flashed,
way.
smoked, doesn't matter. A double kill. 𝓵𝓸𝓸's finding himself ahead as well. 𝓵𝓸𝓸's gone. Finally, Buster will find just one redemption frag, but the round's already done.
That's wild from Frozen. He gets the opening pick, and like you said, he holds like a turret. Gets 2 more through the smoke, and they had a double stack towards new boxes. They had one on top boosted and one underneath as well. They wanted that to be a little bit more scrappy so they could show the world how strong that was. Unfortunately, Frozen takes all the fun away, kills everyone, and he got 2 through the smoke. There's 2 headshots there. He didn't see anyone. He was blind as well.
Yep.
This all pre-aim. Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. 4 kills, 2 of them completely blind, and a huge, huge round from the star of the mousesports show.
Well then, MP9s, and MP5 as well for 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸. No force buy here from Avangar due to no bomb plant.
Yeah, now as we jump into the mousesports CT side, it's worth mentioning their result versus 4s. They got 11 CT rounds versus 4s on this map. Very, very well set up, and clearly Frozen's a big part of it to start this off. Another double kill, exactly like the pistol, and he's so ready to take that fight is 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸, my goodness. Hoping the Glocks come hunting for that SMG. Frozen's looking to line him up. So brazen. 𝓤𝓂 arrived as well. And just like that, taps away to number 8. This gap closes immediately off the back of the pistol. But yeah, as I was saying, 11 rounds on their opening CT side of Inferno. It really locked 4s out of that. We didn't get to see too much of mousesports T side in their first game. And now we find ourselves getting to see the whole lot of it. Avangar making them sweat, making them work in that first half. All of those retakes that came out of the Avangar CT side, it's a sight to behold.
Well, the AKs will come out now. mousesports for 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸, 12 kills to his name. Second in the leaderboards right now for his team. 3 for mousesports, heading towards the B side of the map to kick things off. 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 leading the charge here. Nice to get stuck in with it. An MP7 usually, this time on at the FAMAS. And Buster, he has been impressive at Banana all day long. We'll see if he can beat the smoke. He certainly can as he check the position close range. Oh, somehow Frozen.
With an MP9?
That is now 7 kills in 3 rounds, and he gets a dink. That's actually 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 dinking kicker there. They made that position. They've got a kill, but no HEs available. The incendiary certainly is. He'll be able to take one down. 𝓤𝓂 will follow things up, and this is looking really, really good for mousesports here. 5 versus 2, managed to salvage a couple of AKs as well. 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸𝓸 for 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 will find the 1 kill, and actually might be able to get full access to the A side, but the bomb's down towards T-spawn.
𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸, more like 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸. The guy's only playing the SMGs, I swear. mousesports finds another.
That needs a bit of polish.
There it is. Thanks, man. Yeah. It makes more sense if you play Counter-Strike with me and I ask for a 𝓵𝓸𝓸. I ask for 𝓵𝓸s often.
Well.
Still, let's see how this one shapes up, because it did look like an open showcase, and perhaps now it's confirmed. Nice work. 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸𝓸 and 𝓤𝓂. Patience prevails. Catches both of them, takes the AK out of the equation. And so completely level. mousesports winning that pistol and converting. You can see what that's done to the odds. Huge favour in favour of mousesports, brought to you by GG.bet, the bookkeepers of the major.
That's absolutely true. We are all tied up. Avangar, though, probably going to give this round away. They can partial buy at best. They're all sat at about $2,900. 𝓵𝓂 has 5,300 because he's been buying the 𝓵𝓂.
Thank you.
So often he's bought. Oh, they've gone for the AWP.
You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't
On a
believe
partial buy.
they've gone. I mean, it's such a Jane play. We've seen his entire
It's
team.
like Sanjay. I see you've got a lot of cash over there, and we are going to take an eco, but I'd like to have the AWP
Listen,
if I
Sanjay,
can.
man, I've seen you with
You're doing a
that.
great
I've seen
job.
you with that Mac 10, man. Like it's a
great.
really good look.
You're doing a
for
great
you.
job. I feel like I can win the round now.
So give me the zoom banger.
In all seriousness, I like it. Like James, like if he's confident enough, he can win this round for them. Why not? Like if you're feeling like you're desperate for a round at this point, and James says I can win this, you've got to have faith in
That's
your
what he
offers.
does.
You know?
I mean, what is the play here? He's going to look for a fast peak, I assume, towards middle. He's just holding the line for now. Going to sneak into 𝓲𝓂. Oh
okay.
my God. I winked.
Yeah.
And not with my eyes. That is crazy.
You're disgusting.
Nice. Not quite getting the opening first blood Jane was hoping for, but not far from it. And down to 59. I mean, they have to kind of sit back and wait, right? They have to kind of let Jane work the map. You can send those SMGs in, there's some flashes. Get that CZ on kick it. He's done some incredible things with that SMG. Here he comes. Jumps across to bait the shot. It works out perfectly. That's another weapon now in the bank. And Sanji, he's upgraded. Got himself the AWP. Now just peppering them from balcony with 𝓵𝓻. Cause a turnaround. Karrigan's low. But there's so much time on the clock. The T's don't have to commit to this despite all of the map control. They're in CT spawn.
They're going for the old banana split. Looks like quite a delicious one as well. Alex says they've got
All the trimmings?
CT. Well, there could be a bit of chocolate sauce and whipped cream here. We're not sure. The hot fudge. We will see. They've actually opted to go back towards A. 35 seconds. They do have flashbangs and smokes available to them. And it's getting quite tense on the A bomb site. You got Karrigan with 16 HP, sat in the corner. Rob's trying to bait him in the best he can. Time running out here for Avangar.
This is so peculiar. There's an AWP in library, and there's 20 seconds left. They're coming from short, from apps. Robs could get caught out here if the timing's not perfect. On towards the hay bales would have been perfect. Karrigan's made that low HP work, and it's just headshots. It's perfect. A double kill. A third from Karrigan. He's been down to 10 HP, and now he's hunting down James. This bloodlust cannot be sated. Finally, Chris is there.
Exactly.
Damn, mousesports. They're starting to purr. The engine has got up and running.
It didn't look good at all, did it? They had the Karrigan with 16 HP at the back of the side. Rops are smoked out. It didn't look like they've stood a chance, but he gets 3 kills. He positioned himself in a manner where he can only be headshot. If he delivers the first blow, he's going to win it. Let's have a look how this one went down. So you can see they can only see his head right now. They'd have to actually dink him.
That's a fair fight. He's got full health, you know?
So that's really, really well played. Showing his experience there. Karrigan makes it work, and they get double digits as we move into round number 20 now. You can see Sanji down to the Mac 10. That's what was predicted, and he'll have to do it again.
Another glass cannon AWP for Jane. On the T side, it's more of a risk. Those nades from the CTs can really take chunks out of you. And 𝓲𝓂's already felt a chunk taken out of him, down to 17 very early, operating for the rest of the half with a bit more of a passive stance. Start to back away. Double AWPs. Chris J's taken that one to B, and that's one of the many things that I'm so what's the word, smitten by with mousesports, is that their double AWP is Chris J and 𝓲𝓂. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's pretty spicy, isn't it? They had.
If Dust 2 was in their arsenal as much as other maps. Good to see that double AWP.
They did have Oscar and Chris J before.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy, but yeah, this is just as lovely. Towards A, they go the flash attack from the apartments here. You can see Rob's very aware of it, nailing shots behind him, but still a couple of quick ones here. Sanji making that Mac 10 work. He can find a rifle on the side now if he wishes, but this is his go-to weapon, it seems. He'll be sticking with it for now.
Angie with the SMG, and bomb goes in. Clock extended, courtesy of Buster. CT is going to look to keep hold of their weapons this round, and so this one will just whittle it down. Gives you time to take a breath. Grab a drink, perhaps, if you're watching from home.
Quickly, though. You've got about 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's enough time to get downstairs, grab a quick beverage, ice cubes.
What would be your go-to beverage right now?
Right now, I'd crack into an ice-cold IPA.
An IPA? I'd go for a Ribena.
A Ribena? What?
Yeah.
13 years old.
I kind of fancy
sick.
a Ribena. Hot Ribena. Have you ever tried that before? That is lit when you're ill.
It is.
It is really good.
Yeah, you just use lit genuinely on microphone, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
just
I
want
mean
people
it.
to
I stand by it.
It's dumb lit.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Could be. Who knows? To be honest, whatever the kids are saying, all that stuff.
Ribena is pretty lit. Ladies and gentlemen, heard it
Ribena is a cordial in the UK.
Cordial, yes.
Yes, it's a soft squash, I guess. You mix it with water, iced water sometimes, or you can warm it up with
The Dutch call squash lemonade. Really confused me for a while.
orange lemonade.
No, they just call it lemon. Like limonada is
Right.
what we consider squash.
That's weird. That's confusing.
Very confusing. Yeah.
What if you actually have
So
legit
if you ask for a
lemonade?
lemonade, you get like a Ribena. You get real confused.
Well, I'd be winning either way.
That's true.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Are you thirsty, Henry? Would you like me to do
I am.
something?
Do you know what? Where's the water?
I'm all out.
I'm not in the hydration gang right now.
No, you're not a hydro bro. A hydro homie.
Stuff.
And all of that stuff, all of the above. We're into the round though as Henry starts looking around the room for water.
Found it.
Nice, congrats. Nade exchange hasn't got too much other than Kickett's health to worry about, and this is just like 2019 Banana is a smoky, Molotov-y, nadey mess.
A rotten banana.
It really is at this point. Gets beaten up, they've made it wider, but still a brutal place to put yourself early. And yet a necessity.
A very slow approach here. B control granted to Avangar, at least the banana section. They have got Chris J waiting at the coffins, and of course they'll have Frozen waiting with the AK-47 towards the new boxes here. In terms of utility, Chris has one smoke left. They have a couple of flashes between them, so they're not an exactly amazing spot defender for full B execution here, but there's not really much potential for at least until now. We're going to see the boost come through, and execution does come through, and it's going to be a lovely shot and kick up. And Chris J really has to be tested at this point. The bomb goes down. That's the best kill he could have had before.
All the players he finds is the bomb carrier. Sanji goes down. They will be able to get those digits punched in without too much other than time passing. Chris J's trying to keep all eyes on him. He wanted a bait so they could catch a frag from the boost. James, he's close quarters though. He's in the pool. He's not going to be able to escape from that one. 3 versus 3. Chris J just a little lower than the rest. Quick from James, repositioning. He's given so much freedom, or he takes so much freedom, I think is a better way to describe it. They're running out of time now, running out of chances, and because that shot does not hit, 𝓦𝒆𝓵 looking to try and hightail it out of it. Unfortunately for him, that smoke has cleared, and he will not be leaving with the big green gun.
There it is. It looked like a nice setup there, but that boost, it's one of those ones you actually check almost every single time now, especially if you smoked off towards coffins. You're going to come in pre-firing that, and they sent 2 players in to do just that, and it's Frozen that gets taken down. Chris J got a lovely kill through the smoke. Like we said, the bomb carrier, idyllic, it seemed, but they quickly recovered, and Avangar get that bomb down. Chris J got flashed by his teammates. He did try to push through the smoke of coffins, but at that point, he couldn't actually capitalize upon that flash. He actually caught it in the face himself. 11-10, Avangar take the lead on the T side here, but we do have money available for mousesports. I think there's a tactical pause on them though, as the coach will jump in, Alan, to dish out the orders, work out what's going to be happening here. You can see him being quite assertive. He's calling things out and looking at the buys as they come through. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 does have the AWP. 2 M4s out, ropz and Carrigan with those. Frozen yet to buy with 7k. Same story for Chris J. No double ult setup spotted just yet. Frozen still waiting for his opportunity. There's J getting it done. 4 M4s and the single AWP. Avangar 11, mousesports 10. We have one more game to bring you tonight.
I think James' stats might be right up there with extra power. When we were looking at 4s, we found the stunning stats that suggested that he might be the most dedicated AWP-only player, as in his AWP stats in comparison to every other weapon were absurd. And I think watching the way James is approaching this game, he's so comfortable with that weapon in his grasp. It's there more often than not.
Sanji without the MAC-10 though.
Yeah, and this is kind of strange. He's got a
That's
rifle and
uncharted
utility.
territory, yeah.
See how they handle it. Re-aggress towards Banana, and it's gone so well. The rest dip behind the wall. It's traded 1 for 1. If 𝓦𝒆𝓵 gets away, that's damage done. It does delay them, but admittedly, abundance of time. Utility being thrown in their direction now. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 cowers. Smoke lands. It's going to be onto Frozen. His Molotov's going to show exactly where he is. He's caught with a smoke in his hands, and as it dribbles down, the chances of mousesports winning this round.
Yeah, especially the 4 versus 3. They don't really have much grounds to justify this retake. I would say to save the weapon, especially that smoke going down
That's
now.
a gift.
Yeah, and they just want to get out of there. And you're absolutely right. That smoke allows them to actually keep 3 players up at least. Avangar have got the right set on the prize of winning the round, and we'll see them just holding onto the bomb now. So that's another one on the board for them, 12-10. And at this stage, we're going to have 3rd stage loss bonus for mousesports. So they keep 3 players up. Rob still has $2,000 residual cash. He can drop 1 gun, and there will be 1 compromise here. But still, 2 M4s and AWP, a kit for Robs, 1 smoke as well. So they're okay. Sick. Currently sitting on 11 kills, 13 deaths. He has had issues today with his peripherals. I'm not sure whether that's translating into this game. I really don't know, to be honest. Well, if we can ask them after the game if they win, maybe we can make it the first question.
I think that definitely is something that we can get.
Let's get the answers to that, because it's on my mind. No, it's on yours. I can see it in your face.
Yeah, I can't stop wanting to, every time 𝓦𝒆𝓵 missing a shot. I can't like with a new mouse, a brand new mouse at the major, by the way, a random one that he's been given. For anyone that has just joined the series halfway through and missed the technical timeout 4 rounds in, it was due to a dysfunctional mouse, and a replacement has had to be adopted by 𝓦𝒆𝓵. I mean, it's not as bad, but nearly as bad as when Guardian had his injury and was playing a grand final with, I think it was like quadruple his cents. Yeah. It really is just absurd.
I was going to say that, but I thought, you know what, Alex has got this. He'll say absurd first. Well then, B seems to be the focal point this round for Avangar. Oh my goodness, not before. A grenade that somehow doesn't take Kicker down. It landed at his feet, had about 30 HP. He goes down to 1, and he'll be given the AWP at this point. That's fine. As long as he stays alive, he's still part of the conversation. We will see now, 1 minute on the clock. Jane given the AK-47. He'll be joining 𝓸𝓸 with the rifle procedure towards middle. They've got that control. Frozen with the MP9, but it's actually reasonably strong towards the A side of the map. Problem is 𝓬𝓸, no utility. They've got 𝓦𝒆𝓵 with the AWP watching quad, and then we have Robs in the pit, I believe. So they don't have any utility between them, but they still have players there. Enough presence at least.
Ooh, 𝓬𝓸. He's using that silenced M4 perfectly. He sees the smoke, he knows he can shoot. Very hard to pinpoint his position. As 𝓬𝓸's actually trying to use that AWP towards B. Fires off the shot, using that 1 HP as best he can to try and keep the CTs on their toes. 𝓬𝓸 considered it for just a moment. Now 𝓦𝒆𝓵 sees the bomb and gets the frag. Rops is there alongside 𝓬𝓸. They're filling the feed. Just 𝓬𝓸 and Jane. And make it just 𝓬𝓸. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to try and save that AWP as best he can.
Yeah, nothing he can really do about this. He will be saving the sniper rifle here. 5 players up against him, and the clock as well. Now, 5 seconds remaining. It looks like he's absolutely fine to save it. We have got Frozen and 𝓤𝒄, but not in the right position now. Yeah, if he got his skates on there was a chance potentially, but not going to happen.
If he threw his smoke perfectly, it bounced off the door frame and did 1 damage to him.
If only he knew.
God, if only he was cheating and he could see through walls.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Still, 12-11 will be the score. Let's get a replay of that 𝓦𝒆𝓵 frag, just shutting them down immediately as they stood. Forced then to not only be concerned about the site, but also pit, Rops, and the clock all playing a part.
I like that from mousesports, really committing to the crossfires there. They're not hunting for kills at all. They're waiting for full commitment from Avangar with the clock low as well to really force the issue towards the quad side. So that was cool to see. They win the round, and they've sent Rops down towards the bottom and middle here. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 to protect him, as now he's got the AK. This is where he can thrive, but they're waiting for him, and 𝓬𝓸 deals with him in due course. It's going to be a nice opening pick. 5 versus 4, and now they can really just wait for any sort of reactions to the CTs now. 𝓬𝓸, here it is. He will try his best to get this next kill. He didn't take any damage!
Okay.
That's insane.
Wow, from a little bit of a mess with the MP9, he recovers with an absolute nonsense, and look at 𝓤𝓸! Not a second, tags up 𝓤𝒆𝓵. Some craziness in round 24 from mousesports. First they charge down middle, then 𝓬𝓸 shooting people through smoke. 𝓤𝓸's behind them. Well, they know how to turn this game around and keep us on our toes, but still, 𝓬𝓸 and 𝓤𝒆𝓵. This is far from said and done. We just let everything settle back down. 𝓦𝒆𝓵's heading back towards the A site, leaving Frozen in a 1-man mission on B.
True.
No nades at all. He's going to have to just fight.
Yeah, he can just sit towards email like he is, though, and just play for full commitment. Like, he'll just try to get 1 kill before they go down. If he gets it, round's pretty much done. He will have enough time for
a rotation. I think it's going to be 𝓲𝓬 that makes his way over. He's currently in transition between A and B bomb sites, sat towards that arch. Frozen is trying to run the clock down the best he can. Can't really do much more than this. Going to sit and hopefully out-duel whoever makes their way towards that B site, and they might consider it to be clear at this stage.
Or if he just stops that plant, this is a dream for Frozen. Kicker can't cover everything. It's both. Lovely hold, lovely patience from Frozen. Finds 12.
You can see they don't want to go for a double AWP setup at all. mousesports don't have that in their wheelhouse, apparently, because the AWP was there on the floor, didn't want it. So Chris J doesn't seem to be wanting to do that on the CT side of Inferno right now.
I mean, he's so much more flexible when he has a rifle in his hands.
Or an SMG, like we've seen it before. If he has an MP7, he can rush down that banana area time and time again and seem to sit in smokes and be a nuisance, and that's where he's happy to play right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a horrible story I'm going to tell you. It's a horror story. It's called The Tale of Sanji and His Buys.
He is getting battered and bruised up there as well. It's like, guys, can I have a gun this round? Look, man, maybe...
No, on his contract, it's like you can join the team, but you have to accept that James going to have AWPs and you're going to have...
nothing, mate.
Nothing.
Yeah.
See how this
Mac 10s or CZs, and you'll be very happy.
And you will love it. Look at this from Christian. This is why he doesn't want the AWP. Just gets all that information for free. The deep smoke on banana, a staple. So early and so locked out. They're all on T ramp still, and that's enough information for mousesports. This is the safest way to take that peek. Christian expert. He touched the sandbag just over the top, and that's the hardest shot. I mean, this is great. Look, we get a perfect tutorial from Christian. You saw how little he gets to see. Oh, but that's... Oh, should have been a kill. So he gets away. Chris J, he's lucky to be alive. Frozen looking to keep him that way. He's going to try and defend in front of that smoke, and underneath it burns him. Nice work, bounces off the skybox, Buster through the smoke, and that should be the site. That could be the round. Carrigan, the fact that he's re-smoking that does suggest he wants to try and contest. Pushing through the smoke, looking to catch him by surprise, and Banana, I love the thought process. Buster keeps him safe though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough here from mousesports. 4 versus 2 now. They have got a lot of cash, but not really much to suggest they'll go for this one. They've got one player all the way in T-Apps. It's going to be ropz and 𝓲𝓬 looking for exit kills. If they somehow come through CT spawn, it'd be a nightmare if they did. No real reason to do that, considering you have banana control right now. So it looks like another round on the board for Avangar. They take the lead 13-12 here. Looking to go 2-0 on the first day here at the challenger stage of the major. And we've got Avangar already taking down Complexity on Inferno earlier, and they could take mousesports as well. But remember, CT side, mousesports still plenty of cash. 𝓲𝓬 was 7k, even after he saved the AWP. So he can certainly drop a weapon, but he might not want to, considering he's the AWPer. We will see. As we take a tactical time on the CT side, that's mousesports calling it. A chance to discuss things. You can see 𝓲𝓬 lifting up the headset again. Now, Alex, you get a closer look at the mouse there. Is that the one that had the Sensei Raw?
That is not the Sensei Raw. Certainly not with that lighting. RGB cannot be found on the base of the Sensei Raw. I think...
If you know what the mouse it is, let us know.
I think my Roccat Cone guess is good.
And he's left-handed, by the way.
Yeah, that is a thing.
So maybe that's why the mouse is a bit of an issue.
The ergonomic, he has to have ambidextrous mouse.
That's what it is, isn't it?
That's why I have one at home.
Okay, there we go. So that's maybe why he can't have a spare.
A breakthrough.
I would still say don't use a mouse that's only one of available.
Well, there's more than one of them. You can have,
no, I mean the Sensei. If he doesn't have a spare, maybe that's why he doesn't have a spare, because they're quite hard to find, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he has to use a mouse. Which one do you use, for example?
I use the Logitech G Pro now, but that's the ambidextrous version. You can switch the buttons.
You can. Well, there you go.
I just remember when the DeathAdder was like the only gaming mouse on the market. I just remember
2013
edition. Left-handed gamers were not happy. I'm on the Diamondback 3G from eBay, bro.
I remember that, because that was the one that was actually a flat instead of the DeathAdder, which is curved, right? Okay. Interesting. Anyway,
Smoke from Kicker. Thank you for listening to our Peripheral podcast.
For the lefties out there.
Tune in next week. This was for the lefties out there, yeah. All 4 of us. Nice work so far. Just trying to bully any early banana presence, but it hasn't really landed. Kicker and Buster are my biggest takeaways from Avangar so far. I think that these guys have got balls of steel. It hasn't been the greatest series for Kicker. It certainly had some impact frags, though.
Well then, less than a minute remaining. Avangar currently in the lead, 13-12, another best of 1 game for you here. Winner of this will be 1 step closer to the next stage of the tournament.
1 step away.
1 step away, you're right, yes. I guess both apply.
Both certainly do. There was less a correction, more of an...
a bit of malice in your voice there.
We could call it an addition.
towards A. The flash attack from Avangar once again. We're going to see 3 players busting out of the apartments here, and they'll probably have a smoke towards library. Flash to come now. There it is. And Robs, he looks very comfortable with this. He finds the bomb and will stay alive at this point.
Lovely stuff. Sanji towards Apps. That's not bad. Ren shuts him down, and oh my goodness, Sanji. Suddenly, this round is looking more and more comfortable for Avangar. The bomb can go in uncontested. The rotate will come in. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆 a little late to the parties. He's coming from Banana. Smoke lands to obscure Carrigan's view, and my goodness, with Chris J falling, I think that might be enough.
I think you might be right there. That's a very important kill. It's Dren to find it. Carrigan and 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶, they still have a slight chance. The flash goes in, and Carrigan's been great in these sort of plays so far, but James hits a stunning shot. That will confirm things, and now it gets a little bit scary for the mousesports boys because they do not have maximum loss bonus at all. They're going to be 14-12 down. I think they're at 3rd stage after this, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be $2,400 per player. They are in a lot of trouble now. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 saves you up. He has enough to drop 1 weapon. Vrops can by himself. The other 3, they're not so much. They're less than that. So he's got $1,900 per player. It's a 2nd stage loss bonus, Alex. This is now problematic. So they've got 1 more pause remaining. I would say they use it now. I need to work out what the play's going to be. You have Rops who's brought up. They're going to buy whatever happens, but are they going to discuss their options here?
So, yeah, it looks like 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 has managed to supply 2 with his orb as well. So, okay, so yeah, we get the FAMAS and the MP9. All right, let's see how this one works out. This is a huge round for mousesports' fate. Avangar, should they win this, they should have a walk in the park to secure 2-0. Day 1 of the Berlin Major. Aggressive from 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 in the flames, no one there to receive, and it just costs him half of his health for the gamble. Buster, that's a quick one from 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶. That's, I mean, especially with Buster winning that fight so regularly in his first showing on Inferno. Information denied towards Arch. No player was present, though.
Well then, back towards B they go. It's been a very successful part of the map for Avangar. They have lost that first pick, courtesy of 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶. He'll have 51 HP, 1 frag to his name. That's Buster as well, who's been phenomenal today. Is it enough, though? mousesports will have 2 players towards B. That's going to be Carrigan and Frozen with a smoke between them. FAMAS and an MP9 combined, both on the bomb site here. They're going to bait out that smoke any second. Frozen knows it. He'll have to get rid of it any second now. Can't wait much longer. It has to be deployed.
They want to use Carrigan instead. He gets the damage, gets the info. The smoke from Frozen deployed, and now just the 1-for-1. 𝓬𝓬𝓸𝓶 and James. Huge work from that B defense. Not only do they slow them down, the rotate's already arrived. Look at this. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 from construction. 𝓬𝓬𝓸𝓶 does escape towards pool. Oh, he eats that flash for breakfast. Nice work. James now looking to go 1 versus 3 to put them on match point. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶 just trailing his aim on this. This shouldn't be a problem, but it is now. James anticipating a banana push. Now focuses his attention back on the side. Chris J makes his presence clear. He's holding it. He's holding it. And he's doing oh so well. 1 second. James falls straight into his trap, and the Dutchman is flying. 13 for mousesports. That's a ballsy call from Chris.
So Frozen, I think I didn't quite catch it, but this is what I think just happened there. Frozen saw the Molotov thrown towards first oranges. Instead of throwing his smoke towards the actual gateway of the bomb site itself, he threw the smoke on top of the first oranges to suggest the CT was there, and he extinguished the flames, and he was hiding within that smoke. That's what I think happened there. That's a godlike play. If that was the case, it enabled Carrigan to maybe get 1 kill off the back of that. But still, that was quite cool. He had the option to actually try and put the smoke down to block their vision.
Because I was looking, I was desperately trying to find where that smoke went.
I think that's what he did. I think he threw it on the Molotov flames to suggest someone had extinguished that and sitting in there.
And so that you're going to have people pre-aiming that gives you more of an element of surprise, isn't it? I love the theory. Of course, didn't quite get to catch it all. So much happening in such a short space of time. It's the beauty of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, because that's all they had to work with there. The smoke landed at the first oranges. That's what I think happened. If it did, that's really quite smart from Frozen. But either way, they will be winning the round courtesy of a full defuse from Chris J there. Balls of steel. At that point, he fired up a shot, hit the defuse, and while the orb's still rattling out, he might not have heard the defuse come in, and James just thought he had it under lock and key. Didn't realise that the full defuse was coming in. It's a big round for mousesports to win. Keeps them in the game here. 14-13. An excellent showing from both squads here.
Chris J truly did just save the day by holding that defuse. Brave. Okay. 14-13. Crunch time. posturing, bit of utility towards the top of middle. 𝓂𝓂 perfectly times that smoke just as the crawl was getting towards that half wall.
It all slows down once again. Avangar found like they could have tied things up there, got themselves to 15th round, but Kicker somehow catches 𝓂𝓂 off guard. He wasn't ready for that one at all. He gets a shot off, but it's nowhere near the target. Opening kill for them, and now it will be just 𝓬𝓸 waiting on the side.
I mean, here's the steps. He's fully flashed. Is he going to go wide on this? It looks like he's going to have a go. Just the one. Jame quick on the trigger with the AWP. Bomb should go in. There's 3 CTs, but 𝓤𝓸 is behind. Enemy lines, knife out from 𝓂𝓂. He makes a bit of a meal of it.
Didn't say he was the best.
And that's going to be 𝓬𝓸 shutting him down. 14 then, and that will be 15.
He did make a bit of a meal of it. It was such a prime position. That was like, it was looking so good, but then the shots didn't really land. If he died there, that would have been really awkward. I think they still win the round, but it was such a brilliant setup. Didn't quite stick it, but
so patient. He was sitting there for the entire B take, looking to catch out the A rotate, and well, that's you're looking at them. 𝓬𝓸 and Frozen. ropz, of course, caught out by 𝓤𝓸. And so match point then for Avangar, looking to go untouched, unscathed through the first day of the Berlin Major.
Lovely round from them. Unfortunate there for 𝓂𝓂, caught out by Kicker, who just swings around through the flames and takes him down. He didn't see it coming at all.
It was such a weird place for a molly to be.
Yeah, it was an odd series of events.
Yeah.
But either way, it's match point for Avangar, and they will be the ones taking a timeout here. It's understandable. These are the hardest rounds to find, number 16. They're on the CT side. You know they've saved weapons as well, so you need to really be confident in what you're going to be presenting next round. You're going for another slow default. You're going to go for that flash attack from the apartments we've seen a few times. Or you could do balls to the wall at this point, rush middle, and give mousesports a taste of their own medicine. There's Jame.
What, just, I mean, when you've got 2 rounds to play with, and...
Well, this is the round. If you're ever going to close it out, this would be it. They've got 2 Deagles and a Scout, right? With 2 Ripers to go with it. Ideally, you want to do a real slow round here, just work out what they've got.
Pull teeth, like go around the map and just slowly make your extractions.
But it's never easy.
Certainly not when you're playing against 𝓬𝓸, ropz, Frozen, 𝓬𝓸, and 𝓂𝓂. This will not be given for free.
No.
Let's see what Avangar can do to secure the dream first day at the Major. 𝓬𝓸 does not care. Frozen catches Kicker through the smoke, and they looking for a silent exit on 𝓤𝓸. He's looking to have the element of surprise. You can see his eyes quickly glance towards the floor. That's white. But deep 𝓤𝓸 control. Frozen's having a little bit of a KZ challenge. Yep. There we go. Self-boosts himself onto the wall. 𝓬𝓸 pushed up. Nothing for Jame to find here. I mean, if he chooses to go a little more aggressive, he's going to get traded by 𝓬𝓸 instantaneously. You can see that smoke. Wow, that came a long way. That's from ropz, all the way from balcony to land top of 𝓤𝓸. Deep 𝓤𝓸. That's quite the smoke. Keeps them locked out.
1 minute remaining. AK heading towards T-spawn. Again, wants to make sure that no CTs can get their dirty hands on it.
And I think there's no more smokes available. I thought perhaps 𝓬𝓸 and Frozen were using ropz's to keep hold of their own. Not the case. Weapon swap, Bogdan's Law, and all that.
All that stuff.
All of that stuff.
Oh, the flash.
If he gets this right, the flash is going to be coming in a little too late, though. Chooses to back away and keep hold of it. Now would be an opportune moment. Perfect work. 35 seconds. Anything to slow them down. Anything to let the cavalry arrive. It's 𝓂𝓂, it's 𝓬𝓸. It's match point. They've got to do everything here. 27 seconds. If that bomb doesn't go down soon!
Oh!
What was that? An explosion of frags, all in favor of Mouse. Buster, he's trying to get that all out of the way. You can see the little wobble. And so looks to go to his death. Take me. I'm ready. I'm yours.
Well, that's quite smart by him, to say the least. The fact he throws away the orb, knowing they haven't got that on that side of the map, that's great. They still can't afford the AWP, but they can... Oh, I say that. They actually can on the T7. There's still compromises to be made. There was Buster with $1,500, and they just straight up buy the AWP. No conversation had, just bought it straight away. And what's going to be the repercussions?
What did they get out of this then? Hang on a second. I'm looking at the you know, you'll never guess.
He's got no armor and a CZ. He's been wrecked.
I love 𝓤𝓸. I want to meet him.
He's getting wrecked.
Oh,
He gets no armor and a CZ.
it's almost like the Chad Sponge Birchall of late stage 𝓤𝓂, you know, just a vending machine.
It's so gutting for him.
Okay, 15 to 14. Now they're the ones making the sacrifices. Only utility they have is on one man. Chris J's banana push alongside Frozen was how they found the round prior, and he's there again with a gap in the smoke. Intentional? Not sure.
They have one smoke, two flashes. No one thought about the utility side of the game. There's all just brought up there so quickly.
I mean, that's why you're so adamant about those timeouts when you have...
Well, if you have them available, you at least have the freeze time. You can discuss the options. It seems like as soon as the freeze time came in, everyone's just like, boom, 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 boom. Everything they could
hit
get.
the buy-binds and go.
Yeah. Now you got nothing. How are you going to crack things open here?
Isn't it? I mean, that's an interesting conundrum you're presenting me with, because admittedly, the CTs, they've kind of not got much left, so the punishment for this is minimal. Nobody's yet littered the battlefield, and only one smoke for Chris J for the defense. No Molotov presence either.
Well, if he gets the clock down to 30 seconds, that smoke becomes world-class.
Infinitely powerful,
It's so good, but he needs to get there first. So we'll see if that's possible. They're buggering around here on the Avangar side. I'm not sure the players, they've got the bomb there, but what do? They've got one smoke. Now flashed off. That's going to cost him a bit of time. He had to fire a shot as well. So now you want to throw that smoke in if you can. There it is. They might have to go through this.
I think they are. They're already ahead of it, and there was no one with eyes on it, and so the rotate will come in from the CTs. Chris J's smoke will extinguish the Molotov enough to him to have a way out, but Back's turn. And another two! Frozen and 𝓤𝓂 have found Price as well. Avangar with 5 seconds left. The bomb is loose. James got an AWP, but that's not enough. 15-15. We're going to overtime.
We absolutely are. There we have it. It will remain on the CT side for mousesports, but that was just pretty weak from Avangar there. Like, the fact they brought out with no grenades. So you bring out an AWP on the T side of Inferno instead of grenades, like, that is silly. I'm sorry, like, James has not justified his play to the extent you're going to have no grenades in the final round of the game. They just needed to take their time and work out how they're actually going to get into a bomb site. They waited till 25 seconds after they finished boosting and bumbling around towards B.
Bumbling. It did feel like they were bumbling.
They were, weren't they? And then
Faffing,
they get caught up for a smoke, so they're segregated, they push through the smoke, and then nothing really can be done. It was pretty woeful towards the end, but mousesports, they'll take that all day long.
But I mean, I do think that reflects the communication. Like, I think you can almost see that Avangar were uncomfortable in those last couple of rounds, just from those buying decisions, from that bumbling and fumbling that we've referenced. You know, it's clear that they were completely and totally lost. Now, a reset. It's back to a level stead. 15-15. Forget about all that nonsense. Get your heads back in the game. And let's see how things start off. Well, it did look like we're about to get a bit of an AWP duel down middle. James was ready to posture, and James continuing to ready to posture. Look at him, charging straight up middle, up to past bench already. Chris J, he's been a real highlight towards Banana in the late stages of the regulation. She gets the info and backs away. Exchange of flashes forces either AWP or off. Bomb's still at T steps. Any ground gathered here is going to be late to commit with the bomb. Sanji apps James up mid. If he goes an inch further, he presents his back and �carrigan punishes. That looks a little silly. �carrigan, a huge frag, takes the AWP out of the equation early. Kickett's already starting to poke and prod towards B. That's a frag he wants to convert. He already tagged up Chris J, but chooses to back away.
I think that's the right play. It would have been too much of a commitment for a 𝓤𝓸 player towards B there. He'd have to swing out quite wide. He has no idea what's on the other side. But still, they go back towards B. Bomb picked up. They still have a singular smoke. But they've done it again, Alex. The same problem they had before.
It arrives. And you either walk through it, grey screen and get triple killed, or you wait and you have 10 seconds. The flash works too. That's nice. Frozen's only going to get the one. It's down to Chris J. He's going to have a close water fight with Buster. This is a different way the cards can fall. Same setup, same circumstance. This time Avangar have the afterplant.
Really do. Just to note as well, this is 10k overtime, so you actually do have to save weapons on the CT side, especially if the round's completely gone. They still feel like they can do this one in 3 versus 2. It's going to take something brilliant from �carrigan. He has been fantastic all day long, but this time he will be going down early. Drops no HP on Kicker and Sanji, but surely no chance of him doing much more than taking down a couple of players saving.
I think there was a kit on �carrigan. There is. If they make enough of a noise exiting... Oh, As Kickett spots him, he's going to try and back away. That radius, he's going to have to try and use Banana if he can get across. It was brave. He knew what he had to do. Buster shuts him down, and that's going to be the first round of overtime, going the way of Avangar.
You're absolutely right there. It didn't look good. The build-up certainly wasn't there. The same problems they had before. 30 seconds remaining, smoke down at the choke point they need to get through, but somehow, some way it worked out. They had one flash remaining. There was a great flash. Right. Somehow bought them enough time to bust through that smoke, and Buster showing us what he's made of there with the AK-47.
I'll tell you who threw it. The hero of Avangar. It's bloody Sanji.
Well, he is a support player by its very definition.
By definition.
Like, he doesn't get a break anywhere. It's like, it is a viable role in CS, but like, he really is seeing how deep he can go with that philosophy.
Still out-fragging two members of his team. Buster close quarters with Frozen, and that's a big step, a big leg up in this overtime. It's LR310K. One round already, and a frag in favor of Avangar for the 17th.
And Carrigan, he's been impressive so far, but Buster looks like he's got his number here. Takes him down 5 versus 3. Is there any reaction from the CTs at this point? James looks towards middle with the AWP. Chris J, no utility at all. And remember, Alex, if they lose this round, you can see the money right now. Everyone's around like $1,000.
Here comes that silly question, but there's no silly questions. When you look at the fact that there is so much time on the clock and 2 CTs are dead already in overtime of the major, why are they? Why are they pushing? Is it just trying to catch them off guard? It's like a risk-reward type deal with mousesports.
I feel like they know their chances are really limited at this point, and when you get to overtime, like the strat book kind of goes out the window. You've kind of shown everything you have. You need to mix it up. That's when the in-game leader is most valuable, because they know all your tendencies and what you're up to. This is what you call a gamble stack for mousesports. They know they've lost the round, but they'll put all their eggs in towards that A bomb site. And at this point, if they go A, sure, they'll go for it. Oh, it could actually work out.
Oh my goodness, they are starting to go.
Hang on a second. Get in further.
Buster's going to go. If he
there we go. Okay, he's fine. They're going to go back with the bomb. That was dangerous.
He got the information.
That was about to personify what I was talking about. That would have been really awkward. But luckily, Buster committed to that. Even at 20 HP, he's like, I'm going to go through and just confirm this is clear, which is the right call. They've won the round by that. So if you're Avangar by now, you know you've won the round. I would say go hunt. Let's get going. Let's go remove some of their money.
Like just unleash. Maybe like I say, send Sanji. Actually, no, he's got all his nades. Keep hold of him. But they'll keep hold of their weapons, or at least they'll try to. Does look like the hunt is, albeit slightly on. 2 Ts have been released. A little dastardly duo up mid.
Yeah, you know you can buy next round. I would say this is definitely worth it.
Kickett and I believe Jane starting to be the spearhead of this hunt towards the A site. And this is where it's so damn crucial for mousesports. These frags are important if they want to stand a chance. A solid go for the second half of this overtime. He's already caught one. Great flash from Sanji to make it happen. Chris J does just take one. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 keeping hold of his AWP as best he can. So close. Jane doesn't want to lose his AWP. Off the time through the wall.
That's so huge. I can't even begin to describe, Alex. They have no AWP now. That's nuts. Did he get recovered? I can see.
No, it was Chris J that got banged.
Oh, I see. I thought it was the 𝓤𝒂. Okay, I was going to say that's insane. Okay, that's not as detrimental.
He keeps his AWP. Chris J will get given the M4, but my goodness, there are some sacrifices to be made. No nades for ops at all. Chris J just bringing out that smoke. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 did get a frag right.
That's what I saw.
That's what confused you.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Still, they'll keep the AWP. That's Chris J's glass M4. You don't see that much these days. That doesn't come out too often.
Now that is something to end the first half of overtime. It's best of 1. He has got no armor and an M4. That is quite the unique buy.
Need perfection here to get a kill or 2. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 alone towards the B side. Remember, mousesports had to win 2 rounds in a row with compromised economy to get us here, but now finding themselves 2-0 down. Losing Chris J to the wall bang at the end of the last round means he has no armor in the M4. Could be enough. It's not too bad, all things considered. They have a FAMAS for Carrigan. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 in his AWP, but he's alone towards this side of the map.
Taking his rather aggressive line before enables him to take the first shot and disappear. That's huge. No nades used, and Kickett goes down to rock. They have the advantage. They look to swing. They look to push where it hurts, and it's not only kills, it's upgrades. AK now for Carrigan. As the majority, in fact all of Avangar start to make their way in. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 going to catch one. Looking to dance through the flames. He's going to take another fight. This time Buster greets him with a bullet.
There's still a chance to win this. Oh, that's great.
That.
Really nice. Okay. cancel all that. It looks like mousesports got it under control. It is going to be 2-1 in the first half here. Mousesports looked like they were dead and done, Alex, and somehow it's robbed of a nice boot there above the boiler room. He'll get the first kill, funneling towards B, and 𝓲𝓂 had to at least get it one there. He was in a difficult position, Molotov'd out, somehow got that kill, bought enough time, and a flashbang to assist Rob through that smoke was absolutely beautiful. So 2-1. It's first to 19, 18-18 with 𝓸𝓸 over again. But for now, swapping over to the CT side. Avangar need 1 for match point. Double AWP set up for them, Jame and 𝓲𝓸 to wield the snipers here. And now that is an expensive buy, an MR310K, because now you're already down to $2,000. If both those AWPs go down, you lose this round, you're actually in a really difficult spot.
God, that is so expensive. It's like Jame and 𝓲𝓸's.
Yeah.
My goodness, that'll cost you a pretty penny.
Jame and 𝓲𝓸's. That's not bad. That's the line of the day.
Thanks, mate.
Ribena was up there, but that's
it was close, yeah. Definitely not 𝓤𝓐. We'll forget about that one. But that double AWP, we talked about it not being a priority for mousesports, certainly seems to be for Avangar, as Henry has so rightly outlined. The floor is lava, one of my favourite games to play as a child.
I play it as a 31-year-old man.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
They're starting their crawl. 𝓲𝓸 on that secondary AWP. Can he justify the flash? It's likely coming. Smoke lands. It's the long one. A smoke in response. mousesports get exactly what they wanted out of that, but now they full execute comes in. Through the smoke they go. The flame does manage to lick the kicker as he's forced back into that smoke. It's full grey screen. Already mousesports taking quite the beating from the Molotovs in response. But look at the positions they've managed to adopt courtesy of these smokes. They're all over like a plague on B. They force out kicker. 𝓬𝓸 can get that bomb down. There is no way for 𝓲𝓸 to contribute other than a wild shot through the smoke. That wasn't far off. And now looking to play the afterplant. 𝓲𝓂 extends their lead. A huge frag onto construction. He continues to lock that down. Another there, 𝓤𝓐. And that investment does look like it needs to come back.
Yeah, it has to.
There is still a smoke present. Oh, it's going. Oh, 𝓤𝓐. Okay. Guys, I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Don't want to alarm anyone.
I'm not expecting help. I just want to make it clear.
I might not be surviving
I'm not saving this AWP. I can have a go.
I'll give it my best shot. I don't want anyone to be mad.
Actually, you know what? They're going to back out through banana. He's going to hear that. That should be enough for him to start just distancing himself.
You're going to sit in rows.
He's fine. There we go.
Oh,
okay.
𝓬𝓸.
Didn't quite go well for 𝓬𝓸.
Well then, 17-17, we're all tied up again. So remember, next round is match point. CT side of the map, you'd lean towards Avangar, but anything goes at this stage of the game. Like I said, in overtime, you kind of throw away the strap book, the defaults, you're kind of just calling on the fly. That's a really nice... Oh, he has been volatile today, kicker. He's very passionate. Played a few majors now. You can see he's very invested in this lineup. They came off a 20-day boot camp before this event. You can see that passion. He doesn't want this to go to waste. Good to see. Double AWP setup still ringing true.
So much invested into this one. Woof. Christian, kicker. Both of them looking pretty damn worse for wear, but kicker's still breathing. Frozen low as well. This is going to be a difficult round for mousesports to overcome. A double in absent. Wow. 𝓲𝓐 has the audacity to just take one fight. Didn't have to swing any wider than that. Not wise to James' position, though. A shot was not fired, so it didn't reveal. Take note of the lineup there. As they look to take A, this could be the full commit. The utility's certainly there for it. And here they go. Jame misses a shot, uncharacteristic from him. They're starting to close this gap. There's so much time. mousesports don't have to commit, but they choose to. 𝓬𝓸 with one. Double kill already. 𝓲𝓐's now on the balcony, and he catches him. Nearly 3, though.
Yeah, that was very good from 𝓬𝓸. He was good for 3 there. Didn't quite have the bullets to make it happen. 2 versus 2. Anyone's round. 𝓲𝓐 and kicker both low. All in the hands of kicker here. 𝓲𝓸 still alive and well, but the retake begins now. Molotov down towards Arch, buying time. Smoke won't help them out too much. It's looking very good for mousesports now.
It really is. a bike position as well from 𝓲𝓂. It's just a headshot angle. 𝓲𝓂, he's going to be gifted kicker in just a moment's time. Quick shot. 𝓲𝓂 does tag up 𝓵𝓸, but he's going to try and back away from this one. Keep hold of everything he's got. M4, Kevlar kit, all of that good stuff. mousesports making it clear. You can hear the coach celebrating already.
Yeah, he knows what's going down here. 𝓲𝓂 will be going down the ship. And it will be match point mousesports. 18-17. One more will do it. 𝓵𝓸, the only player to survive there, but the money isn't... Oh, it is actually a bit problematic. They'll have to juggle things around, but there's enough to at least get a buy out there. mousesports, huge advantage here.
𝓵𝓸 can drop an M4, or he goes nades. Yeah, he's dropping a FAMAS so he can have nades.
Yeah,
okay.
there's only one issue here. I guess 𝓵𝓸, okay, he did have enough money to get grenades. I was like, if he's going glass cannon, FAMAS.
No.
That's
a gift from 𝓵𝓸. This is it then. Will we see another overtime, or will mousesports with an AWP with a different mouse manage to close this one out? Quite the crazy ride it's been. Crazy this has just been a best of one, Henry. I feel like this is all the ups and downs and the highs and lows of a best of three.
Have another game to go after this.
It's
plenty of more Counter-Strike action coming your way, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it.
And we're back again tomorrow as well, from around 1 PM, I believe, CET, to do it once more. All the best of three start tomorrow as well.
Cannot wait.
First day's always a little bit surprising and interesting. Second day's things start to calm down.
Well, certainly once the three mappers get involved. Oh, James, that was a ambitious shot on the cross. A tight line held, nothing hit, but information gained. B is wide open right now. They don't have anyone investigating from the mousesports side, but a full rotate on match point. And I say that molotov's going to be landing at Adren's feet. He's going to smoke it off and be forced to wait, forcing utility out of the CTs if nothing else. Flash lands, doesn't quite catch Kickit, who's there to try and trade off of anyone hunting. Adren, who's still locked in. Nice work.
Yeah, that's really well played. Adren was dead. He didn't have anything there. Now he's still in position. They've actually got a man advantage here, looking to find double overtime. But �carrigan, he's got other ideas. That's a wide open B bomb site.
Sheesh, that's a problem. 𝓲𝓂 actually can do so much damage. Catching in the rotate. They're not going to be ready for this, but 𝓵𝓸 is.
He's always ready.
3 versus 3. They're going to have to regroup, pool their resources. Why is 𝓵𝓸 heading towards the house? It's such a long rotate. Admittedly, the bomb's not down yet in the hands of 𝓲𝓂. And he'll do that now. So 2 versus 3. �carrigan and 𝓲𝓂 to take them across the line, or Avangar to take us to a second overtime. 𝓲𝓂's given a chance, takes the shot, falls off. �carrigan in the meantime does not slip up and actually takes James out of this equation. He just wants to fight, he wants to brawl. So ready, so willing. mousesports take the win, and that's 19-17. Do it in overtime. No mouse, no problem.
That is quite the game. That's game of the day, I have to say. That had it all.
Yeah.
That had some awkward moments from mousesports. You can see they were up and down in the first half. They were making mistakes, but it started to come together in the second. They were down 15-13. They'd scraped together 2 rounds to get us to overtime. It looked like they were done for. The third round force buy. It just about gets them over the finish line there. Chris J with M4, no armor, no nades. It's enough to get them into at least 1 round of overtime here, and then they perform. 𝓲𝓂 and �carrigan getting it done in our final round.
It's just so crazy. I mean, the fact that Avangar lose 2 rounds